치고 나가서 엑스칼리버 T1은 테라티를 그냥 보여줘야죠. 네, 1세트 경기가 시작됐습니다. 먼저 보는 한시 허영무 선수의 진영이 확인되고 있습니다. 신추풍령 한시는 허영무 선수고요. 7시는 정명훈 선수입니다. 최근에 2연패를 기록하고 있어요. 네, 그 전까지 프로리그에서 정말 승승장구했거든요.
네.
네.
위메이드 폭스와의 대결에서 하루에 2연패를 했죠. 예, 그렇기 때문에 이제 팀도 패배를 했고 연승도 지금 끊어진 그런 상황이 됐습니다.
네, 박성균 선수, 임도경 선수에게 패배를 했던 정명훈 선수.
예.
오늘은 그런 결과를 만들어내지 말아야 되는 거예요.
그렇습니다. 예, 자신의 어떤 패배에 대한 책임을 바로 이번 경기에서 승리를 거두면서 완벽하게 갚아줄 필요가 있겠죠.
네, 그래서 1세트 경기에 출격한 정명훈 선수입니다.
그래서 자신감 있게 1세트부터 내가 한번 책임져 보겠다, 내가 포문을 열겠다 이런 식으로 정명훈
네.
선수가 나온 것 같은데 프로토스전, 프로리그에서 보여주는 프로토스전 정말 좋기 때문에 확실한 경기 그리고 재밌는 경기가 나올 것으로 예상을 해봅니다.
그렇습니다. 허영무 선수 정말 테란은 지금 잘하고 있거든요.
네.
아, 그렇죠. 뭐 9시부터 오셔야 된다고 저희가 말씀을 해드리지
네,
않았습니까?
그렇죠.
네, 많은
분들이-
분들께서 지금 오셨어요.
그렇죠.
네. 예.
있는 걸로 알고 있는데
네.
정확한 공식적인 입장은
예.
모르겠네요.
아, 그런가요? 예.
네.
그 말씀 잘해주셔야 되는 거예요.
네.
자, 앞으로 지금 나가고 있습니다. 정명훈 선수.
예. 신축풍령에서는 테란이 좋죠. 다른 종족전에서, 그러니까 테란들이 다른 종족과의 대결에서 패한 기록이 현재까지는 없습니다. 저그를 상대로 4승 무패, 그리고 이제 프로토스를 상대로 2승 무패의 성적을 거두고 있기 때문에, 허영무 선수가 경기 시작 전에 정명훈 선수에게 그런 얘기를 했어요. 솔직히, 신축풍령은, 테란이 좋은데 왜 이렇게 열심히 연습을 하고 손을 풀고 오르냐라고
네.
우스갯소리를 할 만큼, 좀 압박감을 느끼고 있는 것 같습니다.
그렇죠. 가스파리가 올리고 있는 허영무 선수입니다. 자, 앞마당 쪽에서 왔다 갔다 하다가 다시 일꾼을 본진 쪽으로 보낸 정명훈 선수예요.
예, 확실하게 몰래 건물이라든지 여러 가지 프로토스의 움직임을 처음부터 파악하기 위해서
네.
정명훈 선수가 신경을 많이 쓰고 있습니다. 그만큼 세심한 경기 운영을 하고 싶어 하는 거예요.
그렇죠. 이 고수끼리의 싸움에서 사전 실수 하나로 승패가 바뀔 수가 있거든요.
네.
입구를 막고 있습니다. 자, 뭐든 지금 못하게 어떻게든 막고 있어요. 상황 계속 빠르게 채취한 이후에 게임
네.
스코어예요.
하나도 아니고 두 기가 나와서 확실하게 막겠다는
예.
생각은 분명히 허영무 선수가 보여주기 싫다라는 의도가 충분히 있는 거고, 그리고
그렇죠.
정명훈 선수에게 한 번 더 생각을 더 하게 만들 수 있는 그런 가능성이 있습니다.
예.
그렇죠. 초반 견제부터 차단하고 있는 양 선수.
대부분 이런 식으로 이제 초반에 질럿을 뽑지 않고 질럿이라든가 다른 병력들이 나오기 전에 프로브로 이렇게 입구를 막아놓는 것은 이후에 태클을 빨리 타는 경우들이 많았거든요.
그렇죠. 자원손해 감소하면서 입구 쪽을 막고 있습니다.
예, 바로 이런 플레이를 통해서 정명훈 선수가 여러 가지로 이제 쓸데없는
예.
건물을 짓게끔 만드는 이런 의도가 아닌가 싶습니다.
네.
그렇죠.
예,
가스 한 개로
뺐고요.
채취하고 있죠.
네.
팩토리는 올라갑니다.
야,
아주 빠르게 가고 있어요.
네.
허영무 선수.
야, 처음부터 전략을 허영무 선수가 들고 나왔네요.
네.
다크템플러네요.
네.
예, 그렇습니다. 지금 허영무 선수가 다크템플러
Alright,
카드를
let's
꺼내들었습니다.
To get everything working.
정찰하지 못했어요. 정명훈 선수.
그냥 무난하게 시즈 탱크 뽑고 그리고 앞바닥 멀티 이런 식으로 가다 보면은
Hey, Babamons, thank you for the chat checks.
들어갈 수 있는 타이밍이 나옵니다.
네.
그렇죠.
정명훈 선수는 아주 정찰을 해보고
It's kinda fun, you're like
예,
standing at the same
입구를
time.
저런 식으로 막아놓고 난 이후에 이제 전진
Alright, let me
건물에서
see
이득을
how
보려고
the
하지
audio
않을까.
sounds like.
전진 로보틱스라든가 전진 게이트 뭐 이런 것들로 이득을 보려고 하지 않을까라는
Check,
생각에
check, check, check.
맵을 전체적으로 지금은 쳐다보고 있고요.
네.
Seems like an okay balance.
쭉 가보면서 훑어보고 있는데 확실한 움직임을 파악할 수는
네.
없습니다.
그렇죠. 드라곤 한기와 질럿 한기가 지금 나온 상태고요. 허영무 선수.
이제는 예측을 하고 정명훈
Seems
선수가 막아줘야 돼요.
good.
한에서는 이제 본 게 없기 때문에
그렇죠.
예측을 하고 방어를 해줘야 됩니다.
네, 뭔가 준비를 하겠다라는 걸 생각을 하고 있을 거예요.
예, 빠른 다크를 활용을 해서 상대방을 괴롭히고 그 이후에
예.
이제 멀티를
Alright.
가져가겠다라는 생각 같습니다.
Well, I guess we'll get started then.
안정적으로 만약에 그냥 무난하게
Gotta
플레이를 했을
readjust
경우에는
this window,
테란이
though.
앞마당을 먹고 나오는 타이밍에 굉장히 고생을 하는 경우들이 많았었거든요. 한 번 조이기를 풀지 못하고 패하는 프로토스의 모습이 최근에도
Vons
있었기
having different
때문에
quality makes it
노멀하게
difficult
가지
to
않겠다라는
adjust
생각입니다.
every time.
그렇죠.
센터를 지나가서 언덕이 구성되어 있고 그 언덕에서 앞마당이
Alright.
매우 가깝기 때문에 그 언덕을 뺏기게
It's
되면
called good.
좀 미래가 없었거든요.
네.
I don't even know. This is a. What are the Korean commentators going crazy about right now?
보게 되죠. 보게 되죠.
봤어요.
Oh, because Fantasy just snuck a
너무 안타까운데.
예.
생각이 있었습니다만
SCV in and scouted the.
후 SCV 정도 정찰이었습니다.
The
드라군
Templar
한
tech.
드라군이 나가서,
She's gonna be able to respond to it
11시
perfectly.
쪽에서,
Nice.
정찰을 시도하고 있었던 SCV는 잡고 약간 방심한 사이에 5시를 들렸다가 올라오는 SCV의 정찰을 그대로 허용을 했습니다.
네, 다크
예.
내려갑니다. 앞마당 소환을 했고요.
네.
그만큼 정명훈 선수의 의지가 강했던 것 같습니다. 분명히
Okay.
오른쪽으로 보냈고 위쪽으로
I'm
보냈는데
just getting one more thing
끝내
set up
황영무
over
선수
here.
본진쪽으로 파고들어서 상대방의 전략을 다 봤네요.
네.
그렇습니다. 아카데미까지 확보하고 있는 정명훈 선수입니다.
덕분에 아카데미가 일찍 올라가는 거죠.
Is this for my other computer?
기본적으로 상대방이 뭘 할지 모르기
VOD's a little bit too high? Okay.
원택에서 엔지니어링 베이를 짓고 터렛을 짓는데 터렛을
Thanks
짓는
for letting me
위치가
know.
만약에 리버
I thought it kind of was too.
위치라면 닥테플러가 난입됐을 때 되게 당할 수
Turn it down a
있거든요.
tad. We'll see how that sounds.
들어가지
나가주고
못하네요.
있어요.
예.
What is going on there? Does he have something? Does he have like SCVs on the ramp? I actually didn't see. Does he have like an SCV on the ramp and then the barracks is blocking it from getting attacked or something like that? Interesting. Okay, he's got a turret on the high ground now. I got back kind of late, so I'm gonna eat some lunch while I'm starting in on the stream. Oh, I need to change the Twitch title as well.
그렇죠. 그 전까지 최대한
Let's change it to Escape the Heat with some cool Starcraft plays.
지금은 나갈 타이밍까지는
Cheesy, but oh well. I got some avocado hummus wraps I made real quick for, or not that quick I guess, but anyway.
닥테플러로 이렇게 병력 끌어내리고 드라군이 또 앞쪽으로
I saw some of these in the store before I head back here. Oh, he switched up into arbiters now. Or maybe it was the plan all along. Dual fast arbiters. Off 2 bases. After the DT, I guess. Since he made the DT, but I saw that they were like $7 or $8 for something like this. Hey, Shirhacklin? Shirklin? Not sure how to say that. Thank you. Thank you very much. These were like $7 or $8 in the deli at the store, and I was like, I could make that in like 5 seconds. So I did for not $8.
허영무 선수도 일단 하나는 포기하고 가는 그런 극단적인 테크기 때문에 지금 멀티도 그렇고요. 허영무
Probably like
조금만 더 시간을 벌어줄 수만 있다면 큰
maybe $1 worth of avocado.
전 타이밍에 정명훈 선수
Little spinach is negligible.
이게 포인트가 될 수도 있겠습니다.
그렇습니다. 병력 생산 계속하고 있는 정명훈 선수입니다.
50 cents worth of lettuce. 50 cents for a tortilla? So you call it like $2 max for this?
바로 이런데 만약에 벌처까지 들어와서 앞마당에서 프로브 잡고 이쪽 프로브 잡고 앞마당 프로브 잡고
By the way, I was not going to pay $8 for this. Crazy.
상황까지 만들어지게 되는 거죠.
네, 확장 타이밍까지 뺏어내고 있는 정명훈 선수입니다.
Vanzer is really being on top of this game. Look at that. Sneak in, get 1 probe, and escape.
몸으로 감수할 수밖에 없습니다.
네.
그렇습니다.
닥테플러가 이득을 봤을 때는 투게이트웨이 정도에서 이제 테크 확보하면서
Hey, you got a probe.
안전한 그런 그 상황까지
Anyway.
만들어내야 닥테플러를
Sorry for the chewing and
있는 건데.
그렇죠.
네.
and what have you. I usually try and eat before I stream, but didn't have time today.
그러면은 상대방의 약점 분명히 알죠. 그래서 이제 병력
How's everyone doing today?
혹은 아비터가 나오기 전에 무언가 이제 데미지를 줄 만한
Who is
어떤 그 방법을 꾀할 수 있는 겁니다.
a victim of the heat wave today? Supposed to be like 100, over 100 today here where I am, which is usually a very cool area. Ooh, look at that fancy footwork on those dragoons.
예, 아비터도 나왔습니다만은 11시를 빨리 못 먹는 거는 지금은 굉장히
Where's my chat?
부담이에요. 예.
It's lemons. Good that you're good.
끌리는 겁니다. 벌처럼 계속 왔다 갔다 시야에서 보이고.
네.
두 번째 확장을 지금은 이제는 먹어야 되는데 소환을 해야 되는데
82.
때문에 소환을 하고 그 이후에
That's not too bad.
근데 자꾸 늦어지면 허영무 선수가 부담만 늘어나게 되는 겁니다. 현재는 아무것도
Let's see, it's
못했는데.
90 where I am right now. Oh, it's 92, sorry. 82 is still a little bit warm if you're not used to it. But it's 92 here. It's like I said, it's supposed to be. Oh, I think it's supposed to be 104 this afternoon.
예, 아비터로 발전한다라는 사실도 눈으로
Sorry, it
확인을
sounded like
했기
something
때문에
fell over. I was looking around.
천천히 준비를 해가면서
And it's supposed to be 111 tomorrow, then 111 the next day. It's gonna be
아주 강력한 운영을 보여줄 수 있기 때문에
네.
it's kind of insane.
벌써 계속 쓰고 있는 정명훈 선수입니다.
네.
메카닉 기가 막히거든요.
Because this is a cool area. It snows here in the winter, you know?
하나씩 하나씩 제거를 합니다.
만약에
점수 없는데.
여기서 부담감 많이 다쳤으면
Look at him dancing with all those dragoons.
네, 만약에
Sick moves, bro.
정명훈 선수가 치고 나온 타이밍에 허영무 선수가 매우 위험해질 수가 있었습니다.
예.
그렇습니다. 마치 옥점을 같이 들어오는
And that's apparently very difficult to pull off, by the way, that dance step thing to try and get rid of mines without an observer.
야, 정말 드라곤 많이 다쳤으면 큰일 날 뻔했습니다.
Someone, I've heard it described a couple times, like the process that you do to actually execute that. It's apparently very tricky, even for good players to do. There was a tornado in the Czech Republic.
자, 드랍십.
네, 드랍십까지 준비하고 있는 정명훈
예.
선수입니다. 위쪽으로 올라가는데요.
중간에서 자리를 잡고 드랍십을 한
Your place in Croatia is hot as hell, but no storms.
예, 이거는
Was the tornado somewhere where it was hot also? So it was like heat wave and tornadoes? That'd be kind of crazy.
정명훈 선수 병력이 중앙으로 진출할 수도 있습니다.
그렇습니다.
두 군데를 다
예.
나가야 되는 거예요.
실제로 정명훈 선수가 경기를 끝내기 위해서 공격하는 것은 배슬 원배슬이
So where it's hot where you are,
지금 배슬 나올
is that abnormal?
중간에서 자리를 잡고 이렇게 드랍십을 써버리면은 밖에 나와 있는
Like,
수밖에
is that
없는 프로토스의 유닛
unusually hot? Or are you living in a place where it was going to be hot over the summer anyway?
네, 이쪽으로 시선
You know, because like I used to live in Central California, where if it got over 100, it was like, yeah, that sucks, but it's not like unusual, right? But here it like never gets above 100, so it's kind of crazy. Look at that, he even escaped with the tank.
수가 없다는 거 당분간은
네.
그렇습니다. 다시 내려왔고요.
예, 프로 부지런히 붙여서 지금 센터 쪽에서 싸움할 준비해야 됩니다.
네.
원배슬 나왔고요.
These guys are so good. When is this game from, by the way? This is from 2008.
뭐 정명훈 선수도 분명히
This is from 2008, actually.
어떤 그 공격을 시도할 가능성이 지금 높거든요. 드랍십을 한 차례 쓰고
So
난
this is
이후에
a
5팩, 6팩 정도 확보를 한 이후에
pretty old school game.
네, 드랍십이 지금 살아있어서 계속해서 왔다 갔다 하고
예, 이
있어요.
드랍십 한번 더 나가면 허영무
It's kind of, I wonder
절대 이 드랍십
why, what's going on with, I wish I understood more about it,
자, 오른쪽 빠집니다.
the weather, how it works. Oh, it's regular there, okay, yeah.
그게 좀 답답할 것 같습니다. 좀 더
But
과감하게
for some reason in the United States, there's been like crazy heat waves going on that are like really unusual. Oh, he's gonna chase the dropship through the minefield. That was close.
그런 병력 움직임이 필요한 시점입니다.
그렇죠. 센터 위쪽으로 살짝 올라오고 있는 정명훈 선수입니다. 계속 견제 타이밍 갖고 있어요.
그렇습니다. 뭔가 이제 아비터의 만화가 찼을 그런 시점이기 때문에 공격을 한번 시도해보겠다라는 건데
He's got a significant number of tanks.
네.
I don't know if he has the support yet though. I don't know if he has the vulture support.
예, 아비터가 빨리 나왔기 때문에 만화가 꽉꽉 채워져 있을 것이거든요.
그렇죠.
그렇죠. 스포츠가 지금 돌아가고 있는데.
자,
네.
이러면 시간을 벌어줄 수가 있습니다.
He's researching EMP.
예, 승리를 위해서는 뭐 아비터가 리콜이든 아니면은 뭐
He's gonna try and EMP the arbiters.
활용을 해서 분명히 아비터의 힘을
Flash is so good at that.
지금 여기서 놀고 있어요.
We'll see if Fantasy can pull it off to the same extent.
떨어지면은 좋을 것 같은데 그쪽 터렛도 별로 없었고.
그렇죠.
예.
아, 근데 야, 이게 웬일인가?
Or you can just kill it with Goliath.
오른쪽 빠지고 있는 허영무 선수입니다.
예. 그러니까 체력이 워낙
오, 이거 잡혀요, 잡혀요.
Oh, he thought he got away. Wow.
좀더 안전한 위치로
Nice arbiter snipe there.
좀 더 일찍 빠져서 아비터의 만화를 적극 활용할 만한 그런 그 시점인데
네.
예. 좀 되는 게 없네요. 리콜 대비도 다 해놓고
그렇죠.
갔습니다.
대회는 이제 다 되어 있고 만약에 정명훈 선수가 센터를 쫙 힘있게 치고 나가면 그때 허영무 선수가 리콜을 하려고 했는데
네.
그 아비터가 잡혀버렸습니다.
네.
그렇습니다. 정명훈 선수 센터는 더욱더 강력해지고 있어요.
It looked like the arbiter was setting up for a recall too.
풀어내고 있네요. 현재까지는.
네. 자, 다시 한번 드랍십 공격.
Got caught in the act. Those Goliaths were perfectly placed to avoid it.
네, 드래곤 세
Those dragoons are perfectly placed to
지금
stop this drop, though.
요격할 수 있겠는데 문제는 지금 허영무 선수가 견제를 하나도 못했기 때문에 지금 쌓여가는 정명훈 선수의 유닛의 어떤 파워가 너무 크다라는 겁니다.
EMP 들어가지 못했어요.
EMP까지 맞으면 허영무 선수가 센터 싸움에서 이길 수가 없죠. 어쩌죠, 이깁니까?
Okay, he's got a lot of vulture support now.
자,
He's trying to squeeze over here to block his third. There's so many tanks. Oh, nice stasis. If he stasis another like 5 or 6 with the other arbiter,
벌처가 약간 모자르긴 하지만은 오히려 저
didn't have the forces for it, I guess.
바리게이트가 되고 있어요.
Still so many tanks. He's like, whatever, I'll just right click the command center.
깨고 우측으로
잘못했다.
자,
같이
리페어.
치웠습니다.
Is he gonna get it?
커맨 센터도 못 깨고 병력도 돌리다가
He's repairing with so many SCVs.
계속 붙어가지고 커맨드에서 살리고 있어요.
여기서 SCV 잡는 거는 큰 의미 없습니다. 코맨드를 깨야 돼요. 그래야 이제 상대방의 자원줄을 어느 하나 정도 지금 줄이게 되는 건데 첫 번째 나갔던 아비터가 좀 골리앗의 비명 행사했던 것이 전체적으로 아주 크게 흔들리게 만든 그런 그 상황이 아닌가 싶습니다.
그렇죠.
네, 원래는 그 아비터가 작전 세력으로 활동을
That was
하면서
crazy.
지금 하고 있는
He actually saved the command center. That was a weird decision by Jongbi.
허영무 선수를 무너뜨리게 했고 분명히 방금 전 교전
He like went in on the tanks,
하나도 없습니다.
stasis the front, and it was like, nope, JK, I can't take this. Backed out, but he still went for the command center at the south. But he didn't kill the SCVs, he tried to just target down the command center, and the SCVs were like, no! Protect the command center!
계속 시켜줘야 돼요. 하이템플러라든가 혹은 질럿을 활용해서 말이죠.
그렇죠.
네, 고기럽돼 있는 정명훈 선수. 자, 허영무 선수가 한번
그리고 EMP도 한 방 맞았기 때문에 아직 만화가 차려면 좀 시간이 걸리거든요. 그때 정명훈 선수가 조금 더 센터로 치고 나오면서 마인도 꾸준하게 촘촘하게 매설해주고 이런 움직임 나오면 더 허영무 선수를 압박할 수가 있습니다.
그렇습니다.
네, 아비터 3개 보유하고 있는 허영무 선수.
네.
He's got 3 arbiters.
허영무 선수가 가서 이제 유닛을
Now, where's that EMP though?
좀 데미지를 주든가
We haven't seen a vessel yet, I don't think, but I haven't noticed it at least.
다시 한번 번데가
Nice little vulture drop here. Jongbi was on top of the vulture drops earlier, but he's like, I'll just let one in. I mean, it's hard to spare 3 dragoons to chill in your main when you're trying to attack around the map, you know? Well, there we go! Oh, he got one? Only one of them. He only got one of them. The other arbiter still has energy. If he got 2 arbiters with 1 EMP, that would be sick.
전투를 할 생각이었는데 그게 또 잠깐 이제 또 정체 상태가 됐고요.
그렇죠. 저 마치 프로토스 유닛이 플레이가 맞는 거랑 비슷하거든요. 들어가려고 했는데 EMP 딱 맞게 되면은 뒤로 빼게 돼요. 심리적인 부분에서도요.
네, 정명 선수는 01 방위업이 되어 있습니다.
네, 병력 위치 확인했죠.
네, 오른쪽 돌아오는데요.
Oh, he stasis the vessel, so he's gonna need to scan. Oh, I think he does. I think you have the scan up. He needs to keep scanning though. There's the sec. No, where's the other scan? Oh, look at that Jongbi storm! He caught so many tanks there, but they're all low, but none of them are dead.
딱 지금 2일업이 완성이 되면서 1령 업그레이드된 허영무 선수의 병력들을 다 녹였습니다.
그렇습니다. 후속 공격이 들어가지 못했어요. 허영무 선수.
You know what I was gonna do? I forgot to do this. I can do it right now, I think.
신나게 풀어보겠다가 하는데 정명훈 선수의 방어가 너무 좋고 지금은 그 방어 속에서도 드랍십 플레이까지
Is
했기
this?
때문에 허영무 선수가 정신이 없어요.
예, 원래 이제 저 타이밍에 정면 공격보다는 아무래도 이제 상대방의 본진 쪽을 흔들기 위해서 리콜을 시도하는
forgot I was gonna pull a thing on my,
자주 맞았기 때문에 어떤 그 리콜을
Or on my webcam, just make it a little bit nicer looking, basically.
이러는 가운데 이제
I gotta turn off the snapping.
조금 더 되고 그다음에 이제 자원적으로 완벽하게 안정화가 됐다라고 생각이 되면은 5시 쪽에 멀티하면서 분명히
Where's snap?
그 전까지
Take off snap.
무조건 유닛을 줄여놓지 않으면은 그때 테란이
I can adjust this a little bit better.
정면으로 붙어서는 절대 못 이기는 상황이
There we go.
나옵니다.
그렇죠. 나갈 준비를 하고 있는 정명훈 선수입니다. 병력 계속해서 모으고 있어요.
업그레이드가 지금
It's not really the best color, is it? I think I made it for something else, but it'd be better if it matched the thing at the bottom, I guess.
5시를
well.
먹기 위해서 커맨드 센터를 짓기
That's good.
시작했다라는 얘기는 이제 정명훈 선수가 나올 수 있다라는 얘기와 다름이 아닙니다. 자신이 있기 때문에 상대방을 한 곳으로 밀어넣어서 싸울 수 있다라는 자신이
Can I
있기
actually
때문에
adjust the color,
커맨드
maybe?
센터를 짓는 거거든요.
네, 벌써 패스 거기다 탱크 다수를 보유하고 있는
분명히
정명훈
한
선수입니다.
타임이 잡고 곧 공격이 나오는
Put a filter on it.
보여줘야 되고 그리고 EMP 정말 정확하게 제대로 피해야 돼요.
Color correction.
제시 쪽에 확장기지 가져가는 의도를 파악하고 있는 정명훈 선수입니다.
네, 벌써로 또 이쪽 지역 흔들고
Let's do a hue shift.
테란이 포지션을 다시 잡을 수 있거든요.
네.
Oh yeah, I can change the color.
왔을 때는 질럿
Trying to make it, see if I can match it with the
다 움직이게 되면은 피해를 보는 쪽은 허영무 선수예요.
the logo a little bit better.
패스들이 위쪽으로 날아갑니다.
네, 5시를 먹기 위해서 지금 포지션을 다르게 잡았죠. 센터에서 탱크를 조금 빼고 대각선으로
How's that?
사선으로 좀 늘어섰습니다.
네.
네, 5시 쪽을 향해서 말이죠.
I don't know if that. Oop.
그렇죠. 자, 김목수
I don't know if that makes a difference, but
벌처를 이용해서 견제를 해주기는
doesn't seem to
정명훈
have
선수입니다.
made much of a difference. Oh well.
하겠습니다만은 좁은 길목으로 가느니 차라리
I'm not gonna worry about too much right now.
가로질러서 아래쪽으로 쭉 내려오는 편이 오히려 이제 허영무 선수에게는 유닛 손해를 좀 줄이는 길이겠는데요.
그렇죠.
예.
여기 되게 좁기 때문에
예.
넓게 싸울 공간이 아니죠.
그렇죠.
Fantasy still has a ton of tanks.
예, 그렇죠. 이렇게 센터로 나와서 상대방의 마인이 없는 지점을
Rip Observer.
이용을 해서 그 탱크 뒤쪽으로 앞쪽에 스테이시스 필드를 쓰고 뒤쪽에 가장 쳐져 있는 탱크를 잡아먹는. 자,
I love watching players like this though. John B, and this is interesting too because this is 2008, and you know they were gonna. This is like a unintentional preview of them meeting in the finals of 2 OSLs in a row. 2 OSL finals in a row. These two were the last two. In the last 2 OSLs actually in 2011 and 2012. And this is 2008. So it's like 3 years before they have like the last rivalry basically, you know? Alright, I'm gonna mess with the settings on this again actually. Or no, I'll mess with the color settings in a bit once the next game starts, I guess. Oh, some time. Look at all those mines everywhere in the back, just in case there's a recall. It's smart, but it's kind of funny because there's just like nothing there.
큰 피해를 못 주고는 있습니다.
방역되어 있는 정명훈 선수입니다.
리콜이면은 리콜 아니면은 센터에서 대규모의 전투면은 대규모 전투 무언가라도 지금은 성공을 해야 되는데 계속 갈 때마다 EMP 맞고 그다음에 센터 싸움에서 패퇴를 했으니 자,
Oh snap, he has 5 arbiters now? Wait, some of them are hallucinations, aren't they? Yes, they are. He's gonna recall right on some of the mines. That EMP was a little late though. I don't know what this is going to accomplish. That was pretty funny with the hallucinations though. It's like he wouldn't send in 5 arbiters like that unless some of them were hallucinations. He was using it to just draw fire from the turrets, and that one's knocked through. The Crane casters are talking about the armories because he might get the armory. He did get the armory. He got one of them. What are the upgrades at? Oh, it's a little bit off the screen. 3-2. It looks like 3-2 upgrades. So getting the armory isn't that big of a deal. But it looks like they've kind of split the map, and I think if the map is split, the advantage goes to Fantasy. So I feel like Fantasy is kind of winning this. It's the trappiest of moles. Well, if it isn't the giddiest of digs. I don't know. Nice recall. I don't know if he's accomplishing enough with these recalls though. This one actually is going to accomplish a lot because Fantasy has run the SCVs, so he's not going to be able to master repair. So I think that Command Center might die. Only dig-ish. You're not the diggest. How's it going, Diggity? How's your day going? Or your weekend? You guys don't have any heat down there, right? I think I looked at the weather and you guys are like fine. Dig here and there, so itty. Okay. It's not bad. Yeah, it's supposed to be 111 here tomorrow and Monday as the high. Today it's only a high of 104. I was looking at, but I have like on my weather app different places, and for some reason I still have San Diego as one of my spots. So I was like shifting through, and I'm like, it's 90 in Idaho, 72 in San Diego. Yeah, the Northwest is crazy right now. I guess it was the heat wave hit Central California too, because folks in the Bay Area and Sacramento area were complaining about the heat also. I think last week. It's weird. Like the heat wave is like moving. Oh snap! I mean, those are some nice stasises in like theory, but what is he killing by stasising those? What is he killing? I guess he's gonna get through and kill those tanks. Never mind. Usually tracks those hurricanes for me off the coast. So yeah, like it was Central California got the heat, and then like now it's up here in the Pacific Northwest, and I think it's gonna go across to like Idaho east afterwards is what it looks like. Because it's supposed to be super hot here the next couple days, and then it's supposed to be super hot in Idaho. I think like on Wednesday and Thursday or something. Let me double check. Yeah, Idaho is the middle of the week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Jeez, actually in Idaho, it's supposed to be over 100 for 8 days straight, starting on Monday. Jesus. Yeah, Shirklin. Diggity is one of the other OG Starcraft commentators.
네, 게다가 템플러까지 지금 잡히고 있는 상황이기 때문에 허영무 선수가 전술적인 부분에서 기술적으로 힘을 낼 수 있는 상황이
Nice, Tariki. How's it going? Hello. Hurricanes, tornadoes. Don't do that in Europe. There's really nothing like that in Europe. There's got to be something, right? I guess maybe not. You never hear about that, do you? Are there earthquakes? Are there any natural disasters in Europe? Europe has famines and plagues. Well, I mean, for winters and Mongols, that's more of like Asia, though, right? Like, I think the Mongols did get all the way over into like the Middle East, but I don't. Did the Mongols actually get into Europe at all? I thought they only got to like Eastern Europe at the most, which is still pretty far. I mean, it was like, wasn't the Mongol Empire like one of the largest empires in history of humans or something? From Poland to Korea. Okay. Yeah, I mean Poland is like Eastern Europe. It's like basically part of Asia, kind of. A big earthquake in Croatia a few months ago? That sucks. I mean, we got earthquakes too in the United States. It just depends on where you are. At least they're in different spots. They're usually not the same spots. The earthquakes are in California. The hurricanes are in the south, right? The winters are in the north. Usually not in the same places, except for Hawaii. Hawaii gets, I think, storms and some earthquakes and volcanoes. Hawaii has volcanoes too. It's like the weather in Hawaii is like perfect almost all the time, except for when it's like apocalyptic. My seed is in dudes in New York and Vietnam. If there were no earthquakes, I would choose Japan. Japan is also very, has a lot of variety. Look at this, though, by the way. He's got enough more hallucinated. They show his first Oh, he EMP'd! Oh, he got 3 EMPs! One hit a couple of the hallucinations, another hit the other hallucinations. He had a 3rd EMP to actually hit the real Arbiter, and it had to turn around and just die. Wait, I want to watch that again. Here we go, because they show his first-person view at the bottom, which is kind of cool that you have the observer view and the first-person view together. Look at this. 1, 2. Oh, that was the 3rd one. Yeah, 3. And then the Goliaths kill it too. It takes a full tank in a Golf to get from Berlin to Warsaw. Okay. I guess I just think of like Russia as Asia, and then like Poland is right. Oh no, I guess Poland isn't. I'm thinking of Ukraine. Never mind. I'm thinking of the wrong. Poland is farther west. For some reason, I had Ukraine in my mind. I do actually know some European geography. I'm not that much of a noob, mostly from playing Risk and studying history. Look at this. Why stasis all of those units? It's cool, but I don't know what he accomplishes. Russia is like the middle of California, but see the thing, like Russia and like Japan are so big that they have multiple climates, kind of like California does, and like the United States has so many climates. Look at this random stasis is in the middle, and Zhangbi can't break him, and he actually just GG's. That is crazy. I think it's because he's mined out. Look at this insanity. He stasised everything, and he still couldn't break through the leftover units. Mass stasis everywhere. It's kind of, I don't think I've ever seen that much stasis in my life. But yeah, so like Japan, it like depends on where you are, what the climate is like, right? Although I think Japan is a pretty cold climate, even if you go pretty far south. Europe is the safest place on Earth with regards to natural disasters. No floods, droughts, volcanoes. Yeah, fair enough. Actually, I mean, like, if you're talking about, like, Central California, a lot of that is pretty safe, too. In Central California, there's no floods, storms, earthquakes. Well, it depends on which part. Some parts of Central California have floods. But, ooh, Fantasy versus Flash. That sounds like a fun game to watch, even though it's TVT. Then I don't have to change. I only have to change half the title too. There we go. Is this oh, this is like a Winners League final game too. Did we already watch this recently? We might have. Northern California is like China. What the hell? But China is also like enormous. There's probably a ton of, I don't actually know very much about geography or climate of China, but I know it's like so big it's got to have a lot of different places in it too, right? Unless you're talking about the latitudes. Like, is the latitudes of China is the same latitudes of California? Is that what you mean? Oh, that's right. I was gonna mess with this filter. See if I can get the color. Trying to get the color of my border to kind of match the color on the logo. It's like a blue combo thing, and I'm not quite getting it blue enough. There we go. Maybe that's close to it. That looks good. How's that? That's close enough. I guess there's a lot of different colors in that logo, but I was trying to match it with the background. Hey, yo, the Optimator with the 3 yo's coming at us. How's it going? How's the weather where you are, Optimator? That's what we're talking about in chat today, apparently. The weather is on the minds of a lot of people in the States right now, but only parts of the States, I guess. But it's been, I guess the heat wave also, it started in Texas, right? Oh, what the heck? This is just a wide video, okay. That's weird. It's like wide, so it's hard to fit it all on the screen. It like started in Texas, went around through California, now it's going up through the Pacific Northwest. The heat wave is just like cruising around the United States. Frickin' Texas. Just blame Texas, man. A lot of stuff is Texas's fault. Most of it's Los Angeles' fault, though. Walker, Texas Ranger. You know, I don't think I ever watched that show. It's like a super famous show, but I just never... Oh, this is really interesting. So by the way, Flash is the purple Terran. So actually, let me do this. Where's the thing here? Currently, fantasy. Flash. We'll match that with the colors and the numbers a little bit there. Let's put a background on that too. Where was the background? Oh, here we go, background. Make it stand out a little bit more. There we go. When you're in Texas, look behind you, because that's where the Ranger's gonna be. Is that a line from the show? Like I said, I've never seen that show, I don't think. Yeah, half LA's fault is a really old joke, isn't it? And I don't even remember where it came from. I have no idea where that, like, I don't remember at all why we started saying that. And it's funny because we started saying that before I actually moved to Los Angeles, and then things really were directly LA's fault for me. I saw a meme that was like showing facts about different places in the United States. Let me see if I'm gonna confirm this before I say it actually. Yeah, the full name of Los Angeles is Nuestra Señora la Reina de Los Angeles de Porciuncula. Our Lady, the Queen of the Angels of Porciuncula. So Los Angeles' name is actually like ridiculously long. Fancy. I was trying to save space and I realized that I only left out one letter, didn't I? Maybe I'll just put in the last letter. I was like trying to squeeze it into that space, and so I started leaving out letters. I guess I could do like Fant or something like that. I'll just leave it how it is. Fanta. Dude, why didn't Fantasy ever get sponsored by the drink Fanta? That would have been epic. How's it going, Chris? We were just talking about Russia actually, because we were trying to figure out what the weather's like there. But it's such a big area that it's hard to know, you know, exactly what it's like. You can't just be like, oh, the weather in Russia is cold or whatever. Why didn't Camera Company sponsor Flash? That's a good question. All right, here's the drop. Did he only get? He only got a couple. Oh, look at that SCV turning on that vulture and nailing it. He got 3 kills already though on just the one vulture, so he's already actually made this worth it. And he didn't actually kill the dropship. I feel like the Goliath should have been targeting the dropship maybe, because that would have been a good kill. Oh, he got a vulture up on the high ground? That's kind of wacky. I didn't know you could do that. Oh, he's still got more. Is he gonna put mines next to the factories and kill some tanks? Nice, look at this. He's going for more SCVs actually. I thought he was gonna try and put mines next to the factories. I guess he still could. Flash is a little bit struggling with this harassment. Why didn't the comic book sponsor Flash? I don't know. I guess I should probably try and make my webcam border the same color as the border on my logo, shouldn't I? To make it more contiguous. Why did Old Perfect sponsor Flash? It's a great question. I can't even demonstrate by flashing the camera. I'll get TOS'd. Why didn't National Graphics sponsor Stork? Why didn't LensCrafters sponsor Iris? Or a good baby hospital, that's right. Why didn't trying to think of some other ones that other names that would be that would go well. Why didn't the CDC sponsor cholera? That's a great one. Oh man, that's great. Who are some other maybe the SPCA should have sponsored Husky, right? AMS should sponsor Zero, American Math Society. I didn't even know there was an American Math Society. That's funny. I should try and join them, the AMS. Andrew Yang just dropped out of the race for mayor. Speaking of math. Storks bring the good children, crows bring the bad children, swallows bring no children. Oh man, that's funny. Let's see, who else would be? Maybe Wizards of the Coast could sponsor fantasy, right? What are some other? For some reason, my mind is completely blanking on like who are some pro gamers who had English words as their names that we could riff on, but like I'm feeling wonky today. Mike Tyson, sponsored box. What is going on here? There's a Valkyrie. Flash has made a Valkyrie in TVT and it's gonna get roasted by... Oh my gosh. He just actually got his Valkyrie roasted by Cloaked Wraiths. They're like, oh, you think you're the counter to us? We're the counter to you also, punk. Same with you, Goliath. Why does he not have scans? Okay, he does have a scan. He just doesn't have any units. If he'd scanned... I mean, it's dumb to say it, because I was going to say, you know, if he'd scanned when he had the Valkyrie and the Goliath attacking, you know, then he could have accomplished it, but Fantasy wouldn't have actually attacked in that case. You just saw the SKT bench clapping, by the way, because they see that Flash is getting roasted here. He's like, yes, yes. He's like, yes, and then he realizes he's on camera, and he's like, oh, I gotta not look too excited. I'm gonna release my grip. Fannie Mae sponsoring Nada. Oh man, that's a complicated one there. Yeah, International Boxing Federation could sponsor Boxer. I don't know who is there a society that would sponsor Yellow because his name is Yellow. Maybe some like fancy hotel chain or like a or a jewelry store or something like that could sponsor luxury. Maybe a shoe company or something like that could sponsor Effort, or like you know Under Armour or Nike or something like that. I could see them having an Effort as a sponsor. By the way, how is Nestea not ever actually sponsored by Nestea? Like, that's so funny that he ended up being like an advertisement for Nestea for years because he just made his name Nestea kind of randomly. I think he literally just had like a bottle of Nestea next to his computer when he was like making an account name, and he's like, I guess I'm Nestea now. But I don't think he ever actually got sponsored by Nestea. Wasn't there someone else? Maybe it was like a League player or something. Someone else was named like some brand name, I think. I can't remember who it was. Or I might just be crazy. Chickens of America? What does that have to do with something? Oh man, the SK team is excited. Because this is This looks like it's a finals or something like that, and SKT is up 1 game right now already, so if they take another game, they're going to be in a solid situation. Chickens of America for yellow? Are chickens yellow? Oh, chickens! Alright, finally sunk in. Got it, yeah, the coward angle. I didn't get that at first. My brain is pancaked today. I'm just not having a good day today, but it's okay. Moletrap sponsor the best. Yeah, what the hell? I never got sponsored by any moletrap companies. I don't think I would want to, though. Look at those Valkyries hanging out above the tanks, just being like, we're the bodyguards for this one hero wraith that's gonna kill all the tanks. Alright, let's see if Fantasy... Oh, I've had the name switched. I keep saying Fantasy, I meant... Or maybe I don't have... I'm sorry, I don't have the name switched. Never mind, I just confused myself for a second. Multistreamed should be sponsored by Fallout 2? What? Because my brain is not working today, or is it another reference that I'm like not processing well enough? Anyways, Flash is the purple one. So Flash is the one that is doing has the Wraiths and Valkyries, but Flash is also the one that lost his tanks and lost the early Valkyries. So Fantasy has still been in charge, but I had to kind of like say that to myself. There's many mole rats in Fallout. Oh, okay, I see. I haven't actually ever played Fallout. I probably should at some point, right? But I just have not. Because I love Skyrim. And so, like, I'm sure I would love Fallout also, because it's basically post-apocalyptic Skyrim, right? So... Side note, I heard that they're making Elder Scrolls 6. Very excited about that. I cannot wait to, like, spend 3 weeks of my life just sitting in front of my computer playing playing Elder Scrolls 6, whatever it is. I almost said Skyrim 6. Look at this vulture drop. It's a nice one. Sneaking it in the little corner, dropping them in the gap. Gigolo will sleep with everything with 2 legs. A perk from Fallout 2. Nice. I was like, was there a pro gamer named Gigolo? Is that what you're talking about? I don't understand. He might have gone overboard on the Valkyries, by the way. That's kind of crazy. Like, the game we watched the other day, where Uve had like literally 80 wraiths. Like, Valkyries are good in that situation, but when your opponent has like 3 or 4 wraiths, you don't need 6, 8 Valkyries for that many wraiths. You just don't. Yeah, for some reason I'm usually on top of like thinking about like, oh, what fun programmer names did programmers have, and I'm just like blanking right now. Alright, I'm literally just gonna go to TLPD and look at the player list and go through and see what some other names were. Alright. Shine? Shine could be sponsored by, I don't know. Some sort of like auto repair company or something, I don't know. Okay, interesting. He's now using the Valkyries to provide cover against turrets for this massive drop. Oh, and against the Wraiths. This drop could do some significant damage. Where's the scan? Oh my gosh, he didn't scan for like an hour. He lost a couple tanks. Shine sponsored by L'Oreal. That's a good one. Let's see, who else do we got? Stats? Stats sponsored by Microsoft Excel. Innovation. Who would sponsor innovation? I'm sure there's some companies where like innovation is part of their tagline or their slogan, right? I just can't think of any right now. Why is my brain so mush today? Like, I didn't get enough sleep. I've got like shit going on, but like, I don't know. It shouldn't be. My brain shouldn't be this much mush. Calm and brave are also interesting ones. Let's see. Violet, rain, shuttle. I guess there's a lot of English words that are just random English words, but they're not necessarily anything that's calm, sponsored by Xanax. Man, Dereki's on top of this meme that we're on right now. He's coming up with the good ones. Let's see. Midas. Okay, there you go. Midas could be sponsored by Midas, the tire company, right? Which is a weird name for a tire company, isn't it? Like, Midas is this mythical figure that was famous for turning things into gold? Let's see. Sky High? There's a lot of pot companies that could sponsor Sky High now. Flash sponsored by Gatorade? I mean, why not? He's already sponsored by Picari Sweat, which is like similar to Gatorade, I think. A queen sponsored by British government. Larva sponsored by your local pet food store. I'm bad at this right now. Type B sponsored by your local blood bank. Okay, this is fantasy going for the killing blow. If Flash doesn't hold this off, he's dead. Pretty sure. And he has not really held it off. I guess he's not like completely dead yet, but like he is not in good shape. Look at the mini-map, how he's contained along a lot of the map right there. Not looking good for Flash. It really just started off at the beginning. This has just been a long, slow slope downhill for Flash. Alright, who's gonna sponsor Hyuk? Guys, who's gonna sponsor Hyuk? I have a couple of bad ideas, but you guys are probably gonna come up with better ones, so I'll let you decide. Comedy Cellar? Is that a place, or is it a chain, or something like that? Disney? I was thinking like Comedy Central could sponsor Hyuk, right? Is Comedy Central still a thing? That's still a channel, right? Yeah, I guess it has to be, because I still watch The Daily Show on YouTube. Hyuk sponsored by Durex. Let's see. Iris Classic. Up Magic. I'm sure someone would sponsor Up Magic probably, if he wasn't a scumbag match fixer. I wonder if Fantasy's pushing too hard. He's instead of just taking the advantage, he's actually. Oh, never mind. This is on the right side of the map. He already kind of pushed it on the bottom left, and now he's pushing on the bottom right. So he's just like tightening the screws. Up Magic sponsored by Big Pharma. Nice. There was a programmer named Tyson. So Mike Tyson could sponsor him. Alright, let's see here. Kanata, last. Trap. Trap. Who would sponsor Trap? I guess the same farmers that would sponsor Moletrap, maybe. Savior. Sponsored by the Church of Latter-day Saints. I don't know. Sponsored by Scientology. Trap sponsored by LBGTQ. That's not. I don't know about that one. MVP. Let's see. Garimto. I don't know why I just said his name. Let's see. What are some other ones? Stardust. Stardust is a cool name. Sponsored by NASA. Look at all those dropships, by the way. That is so much supply in dropships. I don't know if Fantasy has any dropships, but the dropship Valkyrie combo, like, could be enough for him to really get into a good position and counterattack. But this is, I think this is his last ditch effort. Like, if you're under too much pressure, you gotta somehow try and put pressure back on your opponent. And this is, I mean, if he can get all his factories and depots. Hey, Kung Piss Tank. Stardust sponsored by Transformers. How are these tanks not doing more damage? I feel like they're like not doing as much damage as a bunch of tanks in his main should be doing. He's only killed a few buildings so far, but there's like 12 tanks in his main. So what's Fantasy gonna do? Is he gonna fall back and try and actually kill this, or is he just gonna collapse on him instead? The KT team are looking a little bit excited there, actually. They're like, oh wow, is he gonna get back into this with this massive drop in the main? Fantasy's like, no, I'm just gonna build 4 starports in my other base. Duh. And frankly, it's a good move. It's gonna be fine. Although I don't know where all those Valkyries went though. Okay, there's actually only 3 or 4 Valkyries left. Fruit dealer. Let's see here. Who else is good? Free. Who would sponsor free? Is there a company that makes money off of things being free? This is many tanks, yes. How's it going, Smith? Free sponsored by USA? What? What is free in the USA? Nothing's free here. You have to pay for everything here. I see what you're saying though, like freedom, America, freedom, yeah. Bringing freedom. Yeah, we have to pay for everything here though. Just pay for healthcare. Oh snap! Oh, he's gonna lose. Oh no, dropships are getting wrecked. Trying to fly up to the top. Only 3 left. Can't remember the last time you spent all day drinking beer. Well, you know what? You probably can't remember it because you drank too much beer and you lost your memory, bro. That's why. That's what happens when you spend all day drinking beer. Are you saying that you did that today, though? You partying today? I can't remember the last time I had amnesia. Yeah, Flash, look at the minimap, he's still... Flash didn't do enough with those drops. It was a good effort to come back, but he just didn't quite do enough. Yeah, you have to pay for a funeral, you have to pay for healthcare, you have to pay for... I mean, you have to pay for most things in most countries, but like, it's just a lot worse here, especially on the West Coast. Things are so super expensive. Housing and everything is really, really expensive. Food too, actually. Like, food is way more expensive here than it is in, like, well, Korea, at least. A lot of countries. Japan! I remember food being more expensive in Japan, though, actually, when I visited there. Even more expensive than America. Yeah, people get life insurance in America, so that when they die, there's an insurance company that gives money to your family to pay for the funeral, because otherwise people can't afford it, basically.
정명훈이 침착하게 여기고 있는 거고 이 병이 걸어서 한시 언덕까지 올라가서 시즈 못할 수도 있겠는데요.
우와.
절대 안 됩니다.
예, 골리앗 숫자도 꽤 있기 때문에 지금 나와 있는 레이스로 만약에 대처가 안 된다면은 이거는 이영호 선수의
All right, let's see. Oh, there actually is a programmer whose name was Lucifer. So the Church of Satan or something can sponsor him. Flash is still somehow putting units out and counterattacking. You gotta hand it to him, man. Look at this. Look at the effort he's putting in here. But with the Wraiths flying in to kill all those tanks, you can see SKT team is like, yeah. If food is expensive, how come there are obese people? Because, well, actually, because the thing is it would be more accurate to say that healthy food is expensive. Light goes by Lucifer now? I don't know about that. I think he still goes by Light. Yeah, so bad food is cheap. So if you go to McDonald's, where it's all sugar and carbs and fats and not much nutrition, McDonald's is actually a little cheap. It's kind of cheap, you know? But if you want to actually get like good food, it's more expensive. For prepared food, at least. Like, you can make your own food, but oftentimes people don't have the time to bother making their own food, basically, in order to eat healthy. Or some places, like, there's not even healthy food at grocery stores in order to get healthy food. Flash has a significant little army there. What is going on here? He's gonna drop some Goliaths and march in with tanks. Is Flash fighting back in this game? Somehow? He just killed like 10 of Fantasy's tanks. I've been writing off Flash for like half an hour. For half an hour, I've just been like, well, Flash is gonna lose eventually. Flash is gonna lose eventually. But he's freaking Flash. Like, he's up against Fantasy. So, like, if anyone could beat Flash, it's Fantasy, but, like, it's Flash. I moved to Philadelphia, there's so many tanks walking around. Tanks, like, you mean people that are large? Is that what you mean by tanks? Or did someone invade Philadelphia? I was actually seriously thinking about moving to Pennsylvania, because housing in Pennsylvania is like half the price of housing in like California, basically. Huh. McDonald's is expensive there. Really? That is weird. T-34s? What? Is there something going on in Philadelphia I don't know about? Why are there tanks in Philadelphia? Or am I just being trolled? Like, Flash is still somehow attacking Fantasy's bases. Fantasy just has all these wraiths, and Flash can't deal with it, though. I think that's the main thing. McDonald's is expensive, and it's considered a good job. That's really interesting. That's really interesting that it's like that. Because I know McDonald's is still, like, a cheap... It's still cheap, like, in Korea. In Japan, it's pretty cheap, too, I think. But that's interesting that there's some places where it's not like the cheap, lowest place, you know, kind of made fun of type place. It's like, alright, you're gonna land tanks in my main and kill all my factories? I'm gonna run 1 billion wraiths into your main and kill all your factories. The video is delayed from the audio? Like with my mouth? Like 1, 2, 3? Like it's off sync like that? Or you mean with the game? If it's delayed, if there's a out of sync with my broadcast, I'm not sure how to fix that without maybe trying to restart the broadcast. There's the GG finally. Fantasy is so excited to get that win after such a long time too. Like he had an early advantage, but it took him like half an hour to close out the deal. This is definitely a finals. Look at the amount of rejoicing that's going on here. Wow. Oops. I'm gonna watch that celebration again. Hey, Dragon. He's just going to run right by Bunky. Run all the way over to, I think that was his family he's running over to. He's like, Mom, Dad, I won! I won in the finals! Because this is 2008. So he, like, hasn't been in, like, a major finals yet in 2008, I don't think. So this is, like, the first big win that he's had as a pro gamer. So that's kind of exciting for him. Audio is 5 seconds before the video. You're talking about for my... The guy that got bad winter manners? Are you talking about Firebat Hero? who would do ceremonies and stuff when he won? My face is out of sync. I don't know how to change that though. That's weird. Let me maybe if I try and like turn off my mic and back on again or something like that. Let's try it. All right, so let's see if that changes anything. The Prince of Silver, I like that. He's not even a King of Silver, he's Prince of Silver. The audio is perfectly synced for you. Oh, okay. Plug my computer in. Crap. I was wondering why I was staring at a blank screen this whole time. All right, so what do you guys want to watch next? I don't really want to watch. Well, we go watch Fantasy versus Crazy Hydra. There's Bisu versus Flash. Oh, this is the ace match of that same final, I think. Well, let's watch this. Oh, this is, never mind, this is 2012. This is later on. But Bisu versus Flash as an ace match of the Pro League Finals. How it doesn't get much more hype than that, does it? It's in sync for Eprex 2. How's it going, Eprex? Is that short for Episaurus Rex? Alright. Currently. Bisu versus Flash. Pro League Finals Ace match. This is gonna be a sick game. This is gonna be so hype, actually. And I don't think I've ever seen this before either, because I didn't watch any Pro League during 2012. Who was the worst pro gamer during the Kespa era? I mean, we don't know, because, like, they never got into the leagues, you know? Like, the worst player of the people that were actually able to play at the highest level, I guess? Like, is that what you're talking about? Like, how do you... Like, I was the worst pro gamer during the Kespa era, because I couldn't even get D rank. Actually, like, there are some players like, what's his name? Ryul 2, aka Rogue. He only played in like 4 games. He only played in 4 games, and I think he lost 3 of them. So he's like Starcraft 2 super champion, but in Starcraft 1 he was maybe the worst pro gamer in the Kespa era, you know? So it's kind of funny to think about that. Someone who did it for a living and was in a pro team. I mean, if you count it that way, we probably wouldn't even know who they are, because there were so many random people who, like, were on the pro teams. Hold on, we gotta appreciate this intro that the Korean caster's giving real quick. 3-3. This is pretty hype, actually. See, like, I'm just looking at this list. Like, there was a programmer named Aqua. Never heard of him. Let me look at his game list. Oh, he did play in some, like, Survivor tournaments and stuff. He played in 1 Pro League game, and he lost to Dongray. right? See, like, it's like, is he the worst? I don't know. There's a gamer named Zergjoya.
이 맵의 문제는 이겁니다.
He played in like 7 games.
잘 막아도 테란이
He lost most of them. He beat a couple people in the GOM Classic, but it's like never heard of him. So it's hard to tell, like, of those random pro gamers who were technically on a team, like which of those is the worst, you know?
알고 나왔거든요. 그리고 이제 상대 프로토스가 진짜 최고의 프로토스다라는 것도 알고 나왔습니다. 근데 답이 없는 상황에서 이영호 선수는 지려고 나오는 선수가 아닙니다. 답이 없는 상황에서도 답을 만들어가지고
Wait, what map is this?
여기에 대한 대처가 분명히 있을 거란 말이죠.
Neo Chain Reaction. I actually do not know
상대방이 센터
this map very well.
센터 게이트는
GOM Classic was tasteless, yeah.
자신의 건물 배치 신경을 쓰는 겁니다. 배럭의 위치 정확히
Yeah, that was pretty cool that even in the Kesper era, we were able to get a little bit of Starcraft commentary, you know?
게이트도 좀 막을 수 있는 그런 흐름이기 때문에 일단 이거 아예 투배럭 빌드를 사용을 해서 한번 아예 일대 센터 게이트와 싸울 때까지
How's that look?
괜찮아요.
가스 견제까지 들어가고 여기까지거든요. 센터 게이트.
I guess I can turn off the background.
들어가면은 테란이 막아도 그 이후에
Opacity.
장기적으로 봤을 때 크게 상대방을
Come on, come on.
상대방을
There we
화력이 안
go.
나옵니다. 그렇기 때문에 테란 입장에서는 이런 그러니까 전진 게이트에서 생산된 병력을 완벽하게 잡아먹고 그다음에 SCB를 동반한 이런 강한 그뭐 치즈러시
Tasteless is in a toxic relationship with Artosis.
이영호 선수의 판단은 두 배로 맞고 치즈.
그렇죠.
Ah, did you see him get caught?
김태경 선수 많이 닮았죠?
예.
Who is that?
정말 닮았죠.
Is that like Bisu's brother? He actually kind of looks like Bisu. Look at him when he gets caught on camera, though. Look at his face. He's like, huh?
이영호 선수의 판단은
He tries to play it off.
두 배로
They always do.
맞고 치즈.
그렇죠.
네.
김태경 선수 많이 닮았는데요.
닮았죠?
예.
진영.
진영.
정말 닮았네요.
예.
경기 후에 정말
I'm trying to listen to the Koreans to see if they're saying.
김태경 선수 많이 닮았는데요.
닮았죠?
예.
진영. 정말 닮았네요. 경기 후에 정말
I think they were saying it's Bisu's brother. I think that's because they were saying Bisu's name, and I thought they said the word brother for older brother Hyung, but I'm not sure.
판이 될 수도 있고요. 네오아지 때 기억하시죠? 질러 까다 막다 막기만 하다 끝났었어요.
봤어요.
김태경인데
예.
이번은 쉽게 당하지 않습니다.
네.
But this is really interesting that Flash is actually getting 2 barracks, and he's gotten a second barracks in a kind of a weird location. And I guess it's a response to the gas deal, right? But I don't know if he might just make a few extra Marines and then float the second barracks or something like that. Flash microing. Oh, did he just shoot his SCV? I think he just shot the SCV. Flash is microing very well.
혼란의 시작은 지금부터입니다.
Oh, some of the Marines are getting confused though. There we go. Flash isn't going to lose a single unit here. Well, the probe's still running around. He actually put a miner pylon down also. What happened to the pylon show? It's still on. I think, right? The pylon show didn't go away, did it? He even cancels the pylon to save the money. Nice. Man, that probe is being annoying. Bisu's being annoying as heck. Now he's got 2 zealots in a probe in here. He's trying hard. I mean, this is the ace match of the Pro League Finals. You gotta try as hard as possible. If you're ever gonna be a tryhard, this is the time to try hard. Oh, let me move, I'm covering up the resources, but I don't know how to uncover the resources and still show the game because it's a really wide screen VOD. So I'm just gonna leave the resources covered, sorry. I guess I could get rid of my webcam so you can see the resources, but that's alright, we don't need the resources. We're used to watching games without the resource counts. I'll remove it sometimes so if we need to check the supply. He stole his gas a second time. And I didn't even realize the gateway is proxy. There are so many Marines here though. Flash is not microing them as well as he could have actually. He did not micro his Marines He microed them decently, but that could have been done a little bit better. Considering it's Flash, you know? Gotta hold Flash to a little bit higher standard. More Zealots popping out here. More Marines coming in. Nice, he snipes down the injured Zealot. Oh, Zealots are getting some value in here. Because he's not fighting in his base. He stole the gas again. One Dragoon would beat this, yes. And Bisu's gonna have a Dragoon very soon. Because he's probably been doing some teching in the background. This is just one proxy gateway. And that's why he's getting the bunker. Oh no. Is the bunker gonna complete? He knows the bunker's gonna complete. Run into the bunker! And he can use Marines in the main. He could use his barracks and his depot as like a pseudo bunker in the main. So he's like gonna be able to hold this off eventually. Oh, Bisu actually expanded instead of teching. Wait, Bisu's on 3 gateways? Bisu's on 3 gateways right now. Although it might have been because he might have built a second gateway in his main because he thought his proxy gateway was gonna die and he wanted to have 2 full gateways going. But he doesn't seem to have a cybernetics core. He's just going with these zealots. And he's expanding off of it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Flash could have microed a little bit better a couple points there, and he could have kept a couple more Marines alive. I mean, you can't blame him too much, because there's a lot going on. And as you said, Bisu's trying very hard. Another Manor Pylon! What the heck? Wait, why does Flash keep coming out here with all these Marines and just like getting in a spot where he's not defending just to lose Marines? This whole time he's not killing the gas. I guess he just really wants to kill that pylon on this gateway and shut this proxy down. He's gonna build a bunker there? Alright, well, he's finally gonna get it. Cancels the bunker. What is a good little security bunker? It's like, I'm gonna build a bunker here because this is the point of battle. It'll just create some pressure. Pressure on Bisu. And now Bisu has to get defensive structures. This is kind of a crazy game. This is definitely like an unusual game. And this is just the way it has progressed from the opener that Bisu did. Now there's Dragoons in play. That's a lot of Marines, but it's hard to micro that many Marines, even if you're Flash. Looks like he's gonna get out of it though, but now these Dragoons can kite the Marines for days. He knows it. He's gonna have to turn around. They had a little fight, and as soon as he killed all the Zealots, they're both like, alright, well, this changes things. He finally got his gas in his main. Although I think he got his gas in his natural before the gas in his main, which is kind of funny. Oh yeah, like you just said, Derek, he's finally mining gas from the natural. You think this is a Bisu win? I'm not sure. I feel like Bisu has an advantage, but I don't think he's got it in the bag yet. He's just getting a robo. I think Flash must have a factory going up by now, right? All right, let's check the supply real quick. Bisu has 60 supply, Flash has 50, so it's not too big of a differential. It's a lot of Marines. Oh, he's fighting on the high ground too. That's pretty smart. That's actually really smart to fight on the high ground against the Dragoons. Because it's not just the mischance, it's also the vision. The Dragoons can't use their range against them because they have to get close to actually see the Marines. Why is Bisu fighting in this location, actually? I feel like we were asking this the other day when he was fighting against Stork. I think it was Stork or someone else in a PvP, and he was like fighting up the ramp. Maybe it was Jongbi. He was like fighting up the ramp, and it's like, why is he fighting in a disadvantageous position fighting up the ramp? I guess he still won. Oh, is he gonna get the bunker? He got the bunker. Nice. Have to see sunlight? Alright. Good luck with that, Smith. Thanks for stopping by.
원배럭에서 일단은 그 병력들, 투배럭에서 병력들을 꾸준하게 생산해가면서 스리팩에서는 온리 에도.
Well, things seem to have stabilized. It's hard to tell like who's in the lead in this stable position now. But Flash thinks it's him. He actually made a couple medics, and he's going across the map with medic marines and tanks. And oh, this probe is scouting for a third. He's gonna bypass the gateway. He's gonna bypass the probe. I don't know if Bisu's gonna see this coming. Oh wait, does he see it now? He sees it now. He sees it now. He knows this is coming. Okay, he's sending his army there. Now he's got the Reaver too, and he can start chasing these tanks and popping scarabs off. Where is Flash going? To this random high ground? Yeah, there's already Reavers out. The bio's gonna do nothing. Oh, that scarab! It was the longest scarab, and it didn't dud. Time to go visiting the in-laws tomorrow. Good luck with that. Thank you, man. Have a good one as well. I'm gonna put some nuts in my mouth right now. Sorry if that's making the noise in the microphone. I should have opened the bag in a different spot. How's it going, minions? What is that emoji or emote? Oh, it's I asked that before because it looks like it's just a box on my screen. I had to go to Twitch to see that it was like a guy popping out of a door. Thanks for the lurk, minions. Oh, this map has a high ground behind the enemy main. He's actually getting to shell all of Bisu's tech. Oh my gosh. That's terrible for Bisu. He's even building turrets. Is he building a bunker? That's a bunker he's building there to protect the tanks. That's crazy. Bisu looks good but rarely wins. Hey, he's still a pro though. Still better than almost everyone. But yeah, he doesn't win as often, especially in this era, because some people are just a little bit better than him. This second wave might kill him with these tanks. I don't know what he has to accompany them though. It looks like Bisu saved most of his tech. He cleared that out before all of his tech died. Checking something in the background real quick. See if I got an email. Important email. No important email. Okay. Yeah, there are a lot of tanks. I mean, these Reavers are really strong. Oh, he still didn't even clear up the high ground. I thought he cleared it up. Is he counterattacking? He is. There's the SCV pull. All the SCVs coming off. The bunker's gone. He's gonna kill so many SCVs here. Even if he doesn't get the tanks, he's gonna kill so many SCVs. Oh my gosh, this counterattack is just gonna kill him with zealots. Oh my goodness, he's actually literally just gonna kill him with zealots. He's in Flash's main. And it all started with a Proxygate gas deal. Like, Flash is shelling Bisu's main, but Bisu's all up in Flash's main. Yeah, Flash is bringing these tanks back, but I don't think it's gonna matter. Those are speed lots. Where's the vultures? Like, he needs vultures to deal with these. There's a GG. He's not just a pretty face. Oh my god. Poor Flash. This is 2012 also. So this might have been the last Pro League finals. That's kind of crazy. And that was the ace match. So SKT wins the entire Pro League. And they're all just gonna go up on stage and be nerds. Wow. That was an intense game. That was an intense game. Yeah, you're right. I think you're right. Flash was like, I'm gonna go around behind and attack the back. And Bisu's like, okay. Well, you're wandering around in the corners of the map. I'm gonna go straight into your natural. Hey, thank you for the follow, Otto Remmer. Welcome. Yeah, I think you're right. If he'd had his forces more solidified, he might have held that off. Or if he'd had vultures. There's probably Bisu's brother celebrating. Maybe they were just saying he looks like his brother. I don't know. SK Telecom입니다. You guys actually want to watch the like ceremonies at the end here? I don't think we need to. Oh, look at the baby. Baby Starcraft fan. Is that the coach's wife or something? What the heck is this? This is game 1 of the same series, and it says Bisu versus P7GAB. Who the hell is P7GAB? Baby, dude, that baby is about to run for president now. Such an old baby now. P7GAB. Who the hell is that? They must have another name, right? P7GAB. Zest. Okay, his real idea is Zest. Why they're putting in Zest in the finals is a great question. But it's a PvP, so that's interesting. I don't know if you guys want to watch this or something else. Open to suggestions. Bisu versus Zest. P7GAB, that's a weird one. Yeah, I mean, we're just kind of watching random stuff. I guess it's a little weird to watch game 1 of the same series that we just watched the ace match of, but like, I don't know. I just like saw another Bisu game and I'm like, oh, we can watch another Bisu game. Yeah, Zest. P7GAB, I had no idea, but Zest rings a bell because he played a bit in Pro League and stuff. I'm looking at his record right now. Yeah, he played a lot of games in Pro League in 2011 and 2012. A lot of games in Pro League. He lost most of them. But he was a big Pro League player for KT apparently during those years.
이런 식의 전략만 성공을 한다면은 주성욱의 백장이 김태경을 무너뜨리는 이런 상황이 나올 수 있죠.
What is going on here?
지금 상대방을 생각을 많게 만들었고 그러면 자신의
Yeah.
지역에 건물을 지어주면서 아무런 손해가 아니죠. 와, 설마 전진
It's interesting that SKT put in Bisu
이거 말이 안 돼.
as their ace match player. Not fantasy, but Bisu. Maybe it's because they knew it was gonna be Flash, and they thought Bisu had a sniper build against him or something. Maybe because maybe they thought that if Bisu did a pressure build on that map, which is like a smaller map, and did a proxy, like he knows, like Bisu has incredible micro, right? So if it's a pressure build like that, you know, his micro is gonna carry him in a cheese situation. He's a non-tilt player. That makes sense. Need someone that won't give up, but isn't fantasy known for his late GG timings? Yeah, I mean Bisu obviously played incredibly well in that crazy situation. You gotta hand it to him. He was gutsy. Right now, Bisu's playing defensive though against Zest, who's being like aggressive with these early zealots and probes and stuff. I want to check the supply. Oh, they just switched away from it. 23 to 29, so Bisu's ahead in supply right now. Despite this harassment, Bisu's ahead in supply. But Zest has an expansion. I'm sorry, no. Wait, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. Bisu's the orange Protoss. Bisu's the one that's doing aggressive building in Zest right now. Okay, I had it mixed up with the colors. I had the names right when I looked at the supply, but I'm looking at the colors, I was confused. So Zest is actually the teal Protoss. So Bisu's like, I'm just gonna outclass this guy by putting pressure on him early. And it's like almost worked, but it also hasn't worked because Zest was able to get an expansion up. I don't think he can do much about it. Well, there was the SKT team that was clapping, so maybe they think he's better off than I do. Zealot like ran away and then just gave up. I stopped. I'm gonna stop running. I'm just gonna stand here and get finished off by the Dragoon. He killed a decent amount of probes and stuff. But I feel like unless he capitalizes on it soon, I think Zest is still going to be ahead. Well, we'll see what happens with these DTs, I guess, is the main thing. Like, he's gone this early pressure into a DT rush. Cannon! There's the cannon. 2 cannons. So, like, I think these cannons are going to warp in time. I think. We don't see any DTs on the map. Yeah, there we go, yeah. So, yeah, the DTs are not going to get there in time before the cannons finish. Oh, look at this sneaky little probe scout going in the back behind the minerals, through the minerals. And this is smart by Zest. You know when someone cheeses you, they're going to follow up with more cheese a lot of the time. So, oh, look at the cannon timing. Look at that cannon timing. Mwah. Beautiful. Literally warping in the exact second that the Dark Templar came within range. And Bisu still attacks with it for some reason? Well, well, well. And it is so freaking hot here. I'm in an air-conditioned house, but, like, I've closed the door so I don't bother people with my casting or talking, and I don't think AC is getting in this room very well right now. Oh, Zest has a Citadel? Yeah, it might just be leg speed. It looks like it, because we don't see any Oh, he's gonna sneak a Dark Templar through the back with a probe. That could be massive. I don't think he has any cannons in his main. Oh, wow. He's going for the gateway instead of probes? Interesting. Maybe he knew there was going to be a cannon in the main. He blocked the door? What door? What door did he block? I missed it. Oh, that gateway blocks the path. Oh. It looks like there's a space, but there's not a space because of the geometry of the gateway and the... Okay, I see what's going on. So the gateway blocks, and now the cannon warps in exactly in perfect time again. Nice. Nice. Ah, ha, ha, that's pretty clutch. I did not know that gateway was blocking it there. Okay. It's clearly not his first match, yeah. This is not my first rodeo, he said at his second rodeo. He's actually gonna get the Citadel, it looks like. He's building another Citadel down below. Why is he building a second Citadel? Just build the Templar Archives, then you don't need the Citadel anymore. Unless he hadn't started leg speed yet. No, he already has the Templar Archives. He must not have gotten leg speed yet, and that's why he's building another Citadel. Because he has Templar. We saw a High Templar earlier. Oh no! This shuttle's not paying attention, or maybe it doesn't care. Oh! Wait, how many kills was that? Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Hold on a sec. We gotta watch this again. Hold on. Gotta remove this. Watch, because they click on the High Templar to get a kill count. Oh, they pulled away from it though. 3, 4, 7, 8 kills on that one. Nice. Oh, it looks like he only got a couple kills on that first storm, actually. I thought he got more than that. The second one got 8 kills though. That was significant. But the first one only got like a couple probe kills. Wait, there was a counter drop? Did I just miss it? Hey, Gigapond, or sorry, Gipond. Yes, I am streaming on Twitch as well. This is simultaneously streaming on Twitch and YouTube. You can watch it either way. And obviously you can see the chat for both are combined on the screen. Bisu got storm drop too. Okay. Did he lose much? Let's do a quick supply check. Bisu has 73 supply. Zest has 67. So they're pretty similar. Killing off the warp gate so you can get around the bottom of the map, I guess. I'm not super familiar with this map. Yeah, but Bisu is still a little bit ahead in supply. It's probably because of the storm drops. Are we going to see actual goon-on-goon battle here? Oh. Bisu coming in with the drop. Oh, the probe might have spotted it. Is he gonna pull away? No, he didn't see it yet. He didn't actually see it. Here's the drop. He's still not pulling. Oh! Oh boy. They click on the High Templar. Let me see if we can spot the kill count real quick. 8, 13, 14, 15 kills on one of the Templar alone. Oh, damn. Yeah, he leaves the Templar on the high ground. And there's no way Zest will know it's there either. Oh, wow. G. 18 total. Nice. Oh, yeah, that one has 3. Nice. Good catch. That High Templar is just gonna chill there and like in like 3 minutes he's gonna get another storm though and get more than 3 kills. He's just waiting for it. You can't tell how much energy is on a Templar with clicking on it, but still. Oh, he can't lose that shuttle. I mean, he's already kind of way behind, but definitely can't lose that shuttle. Bisu's 20 supply ahead. Yeah, the probes are back, but he might be waiting for energy on the Templar. I don't think that Templar has enough energy on it yet. But that was super smart to just leave it there on that little spot. It has 9 kills now, so he just got 6 more. Oh, Zest lost his shuttle too. Oh, no, no, no. Yeah, Bisu's got this game. Bisu's got this game. Bisu's getting a 3rd, and Zest can't even saturate both of his bases right now, basically. Bisu's now 30, over 30 supply ahead. Oh, is Bisu gonna lose a shuttle though? Oh, he's still got a storm off though. That must be Bisu's brother. They keep showing him. This is I was gonna say the second game. This is the first game that they've showed with that guy. You deserve more than 7 viewers. Thank you, Ilzen. Appreciate it. Big ups to you as well. I have let's see, I'm looking at Restream. I have 7 viewers on Twitch and 7 viewers on YouTube, so technically I do have more than 7 viewers. Still not a ton of viewers, but it's fine. It's cozy, as Diggity likes to say. It's a cozy stream. Okay, now we get a first actual major battle between these two players. And Zest actually has a much better position. But Bisu just has way more stuff. Oh, look at those storms, though. Really roasting. Thank you, D. Heisman. Moletrap has 1 million viewers in my heart. You might want to get that checked out by a doctor, actually. That sounds kind of unhealthy. Big Bakaboon? Dude, I love people's IDs online. Shocked that you and Diggity came back at the same time. Diggity came back a little bit, well, significantly after I did, actually. But yeah, I mean, I think that's, you know, it's not a coincidence that, you know, I came back and then Diggity was like, oh, okay, maybe I will too. I think, actually, I don't know, I'd have to ask him. He might have been thinking about it separately. But he might have also, I think, been inspired a little bit by the fact that I kind of came back and then he wanted to do it also. Ooh, nice storm as well. Zelts are just so beefy, though. Like, you storm them 2 or 3 times and they're just like, we don't care, we'll still keep fighting. Yeah, Zest is boned. It was a great storm, but it's not enough. There's the GG. He got the first game, and then he will get the last game of the series. Pretty clutch. Bisu playing pretty clutch there. That's kind of amazing. Poor Zest. Got to go up against one of the best Protosses ever in the last finals. I think it was the last finals. Maybe it was not the last finals. This is in April of 2012, so there might have been one more Pro League finals in that year. Guys want to watch more Bisu? Bisu versus Gora should be fun. Or you guys want to watch something else? I'm gonna click this at least so we can click on something new, something else. Bisu versus Jadong is on 24 hours of stream, 24/7 stream of Bisu face. All Bisu all the time. Bisu versus Go Rush. Requests are available. If anyone wants to send a request, let me know. Even if it's just like, oh, let's watch a game by Queen or Stork or something like that, you know? If you're gonna bet on a Bisu match, always bet win. Even against Flash? Or Jaedong? Much more likely to win than lose statistically. True. Against someone like Zest, that's correct. I wonder though, let's actually check here real quick. Let's see what his record is against so here's Bisu. Look at that, 70% win rate versus Zerg. Amazing. So like let's look at Jaedong. His games versus Jaedong. He is 12 wins and 6 loss. Wait, no, that's his best. Never mind. Looks like he won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 wins versus Jaedong and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 losses versus Jaedong. He actually has a winning record versus Jaedong by a significant margin. I didn't realize that. Bisu, more like Basu. It's interesting. He only lost to Jaedong in 2008 in the MSL when Bisu was actually kind of doing the best. What about Flash? Flash. It looks like let's see, 24 entries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he won 10 games against Flash and lost 14. So he doesn't have a winning record against Flash. So Flash is like one of the only players that you could really bet against him, you know? Oh man, look at the Team Liquid thing though, by the way. I'm on there. Moletrap. But I have to go up against Sexy? How could I compete with Sexy? Shine? Is that the Shine? Oh, he's on Africa. Anyway. So here's Bisu versus Go Rush though. I keep having to readjust the VODs here. Put them in the right place. There we go. Let's put this here. All right. Yeah, so he's like 60% against Jaedong and he's 40% against Flash. So, I mean, it's still pretty decent, honestly, against Flash. And it could be could have to do with context, of course, as well. But yeah, most people, you still gotta bet on Bisu. Now, when is this game? Is from 2008, I believe. No, it's just 2009. So Go Rush is, I think, an Air Force Ace. Yeah, Gonguk. Yeah. So Go Rush is on Ace right now, so he's like not in the best shape. Darth Incarnate. Nice. Finally caught one live. Thanks both for the recent watch and chills and for all the shoutcasts back then. You're welcome, man. Glad you enjoy them. Welcome to the live stream. Glad you can catch it live. Even though it sounds like you already know that you can catch the VODs of the live streams later on, right? So, they're always on YouTube, kind of automatically. That drone did not do well against that probe in battle. How you doing, Darth? Or is it Dartha? Darthy? I don't know. I was trying to read that sign. I almost could read it because it's very short and simple. Zerg, Igi, Go, Shit, Shita? I don't know. It's not even written that well, so it's hard for me to read Korean anyway. Well, actually, no, it's not hard. It's not hard for me to read Korean. It's hard for me to understand Korean. But if it's kind of written poorly, it's harder. It's really hard for me to figure out what they're saying. So, always had to be at work during the live ones. No matter how you pronounce it. Good to hear, man. Yeah, I tried to make, my live stream schedule is like a weekday evening and a weekend afternoon. I tried to make like different times and days so that at least one of the two slots would work for everyone, but I know it's not always going to work for every single person, but glad you can make it for one. Do you usually work on Saturdays? Maybe you're like a waiter or something like that. Or inspector of some kind, I don't know. Where's that injured drone? I want that probe to go after the injured drone. Or did he already kill it? Little Zergy! Is that how you say that? That'd be a very appropriate way of pronouncing it. If you're a Starcraft fan. Little Exergy maybe? How's it going? What's up with you? What's up? Not much. We just watching some old Starcraft games. It's a hot week up here in Washington State, so I'm not feeling a little bit muggy right now. I like didn't get enough sleep, so I also have a little bit of a headache. So it's like not the best day going on, but it's okay. We chilling out with some Starcraft, and that's a good time. You insulated some of your attic today at 7 a.m. That sounds exciting. It's probably a good thing to do. I mean, what does that involve? You just put the installation in there, right? Like you just literally just go up in the crawl space and just put it in there. Even at 7 a.m. it was so hot you had to leave after 20 minutes. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, because it's like a little oven up there, right? Sorry, I'm just realized I'm like leaning back. I have my leg on the table and I'm like shaking my leg and it's causing my computer to wobble, so it's making up for a weird effect on my camera. At 7 a.m. it was 93 degrees up there. Holy crap, dude. That's not okay. Not okay. I've lived in Los Angeles twice. And the first time I did, I put all my stuff in storage. And the second time I moved back to Los Angeles, I went to get my stuff out of storage to move into my new place. And, like, my storage unit was a metal box, basically. And the day I moved, it was like 105 outside. So in this metal box, it had to be 130 or some crap. It was just so oppressive. It was really, really hard to yeah, it was. I mean, I have felt like crap at the end of the day. I was so dead. I was so dead from the heat all day and moving and stuff like that. Working IT, the shifts make it hard to have a normal human schedule. I get that. I get that. Oh, I hear a DT. I hear DT's killing lings. Right now it's 110 up there. Yeah, you gotta. You're gonna have to like get up. You're gonna have to go up there at like 4 in the morning or something to get it done. These Corsairs keep running back to the cannons pretty well. Oh! Is he really gonna stand there? Oh, I think the Scourge died actually before it landed. Maybe 20 degrees higher than the normal temperature. This is very Bisu. This is very 2009 Bisu or very 2007 Bisu way. He's got like nothing. He's got nothing, but he's got Derek Templars on the map, so it's okay. But he has like no forces. He has like no actual army. Oh, he's got a shuttle. Oh, that to escape. He's got overlords everywhere actually, so I don't think these DTs are gonna do much. The Zealots though are actually pretty strong. Nope, JK, there's enough Hydras there. 3, 4. Sounds like you got 4 or 5 drones there. Not terrible. I didn't actually see if he got any Hydralists. If he killed some Hydras with the Zealots too, that'd be a pretty big deal. Oh, he got out with the shuttle. Nice. And now he's going to power up mode, getting observatory and a bunch of gateways. Look at those guys.
아주 좋은 사이인데요. 예. 자,
Now he's going macro.
전지 배치되기 시작하고 히드라.
예, 차라리 그러니까 방금 전 교전에서 드론을 앞마당으로 그냥 쑥
I'm gonna go grab a cold drink out of the fridge real quick. I will be right back.
까지 허용할 거였으면요.
네.
상당히 좀 아쉬운 부분이네요.
자, 구색을 갖추기 시작하고 있는 김태경 선수의 병력들.
게이트 좀 많이 늘어났어요.
그렇습니다. 거의 박태민 선수도 그런 견제를 당하긴 했지만 저 앞마당과 언덕 위쪽 지역에 드론을 한가득 지금 채워놨거든요.
뭐 아직은 예, 뭐 럴커가 변태가 되고 있기 때문에 아직은 뭐 탈 수 있는 확률은 없고요.
위협. 자, 일단 오버를 따라 특수 병원들 무시하고 있고요.
뭐 체제를 파악하기 위한 박태민 선수의 기술이죠.
네. 그리고 또 이 한 번 막아내는 것이 중요한 저그이기 때문에
네.
무리하게 드랍을 갈 필요도 없죠.
그리고 김태균 선수가
다카칸.
예, 이런 또 다크아컨토까지 활용도 해줬고 지금 게이트가 많이 늘어난 상태에서 딱 들어갔을 때 드라곤이 많이 나오고 있었습니다. 이거 뭐 이렇다는 얘기는 김태균 선수가 두 번째 멀티 확장보다도 병력을 좀 모아서 한번 치고 나가겠다는 생각을 분명히 갖고 있거든요. 박태민 선수가 이 의도를 잘 파악하게 된다라면은 병력을 좀 많이 갖춰 있어야 됩니다.
자, 러커가 버러우되고 공격이 시작되는 가운데 일단은 옵스로까지 갖추고 있고 다카칸 그리고 드라곤 질럿 하이트플로 갖추고 있는 상태입니다. 여기서 영원히 못 나오게 하는 것이 중요하겠고 뭐 이적을 내주게 된다면은 뭐 이전에 그런 다른 적처럼 템플러를 잘 잡아야 되는데 거기서 옵저우만 잘만 잡아준다면 영원히 못 나옵니다. 프로토스는. 자, 그리고 다카칸의 말스러운 범위는 좁죠.
예, 말씀해 주신 대로 지금 옵저버를 잡아주기 위해서 오버로드가 좀 와야 되는데 옵저버 지금 단한 개거든요.
Okay, what the heck? I leave for like 1 minute and now there's dark archons and lurkers?
김태균 선수가 두 번째
What the heck?
치를 있기 때문에 일단 날만 치고 김태균 선수가 좁게 유지할 수가 있는 건데요.
좀 안 한대요.
Yeah, now, in like the minute I was gone, he made like a billion dragoons and zealots. He stormed 10 hydras and they didn't. Oh, that's painful.
예, 그건 되게 아쉽고 이후에는 박태민 선수가 지금쯤은 저가
Mm.
뮤탈리스트 뽑아서 이
Cold beverage.
줄수 있을 만한
Good.
김태균 선수가 이게 다크아컨을 하고
Beverage, good.
있습니다.
It's probably like not that warm in this room, but it's probably like 75, maybe a little higher. So I'm like not completely comfortable right now. I can't complain. It's not that bad, but it's like, eh. I'm looking forward to seeing some maelstrom happen. Is that why the hydras didn't move? Because they'd been maelstrommed? Dark Archon, go! Doesn't need it. Doesn't need the Dark Archon. Just gonna storm everything to death. But that's what that Dark Archon is for, though. To grab a bunch of Hydros and lock them in place for a storm. Or for mutas, actually. It could be muta insurance. Could be insurance for mutalisks. I don't think it'd be a great move to go for mutas right now, but that would be pretty clutch, actually, to catch the lurkers moving with the maelstrom. What? He maelstromed 2 overlords? What was that? I don't understand that. What the hell, Visu? I don't understand. I don't understand that maelstrom at all. Maybe he was just getting antsy. He's like, I got this Dark Archon. I want to actually use a spell before it dies. Is he actually just going to lose this Nexus to these Zerglings? No, because they're not focusing the Nexus. If he'd focused the Nexus, he would have killed it. Ooh, those Dragoons walked into some danger. Zealot! Zealots! Zealots, what are you doing? Zealots! Both players are being so dumb at this Nexus. Or inattentive, I should say. Is he gonna get it? Nah, he's gonna get it. Okay. Just can't kill cracklings fast enough. In case the Corsair oppression was not enough, yeah. Well, he doesn't actually have any Corsairs, right? So, like, one Dark Archon makes a lot of sense as an insurance policy for Mutalisks, because then, like, you don't have to get 8 Corsairs. You just have the one Dark Archon, and you know that if, like, they come up with mutas, you just snag them with a Maelstrom, and you storm them to death, and it's an easy kill. You don't have to spend a lot of money on Corsairs. So I like it as a late game move. If you didn't get a lot of Corsairs to begin with, you know. Run! The Templar just baited like a dozen lings. Survived. Oh man, there would have been a good Maelstrom on those lurkers. Before the swarm, I guess. Yeah, even regular Archons. Yeah, I'm not sure why he doesn't have regular Archons mixed in his army also at this point. I feel like he's had it. I guess his Templar are just dying, but I feel like he's had enough Templar that he should have stormed an Archon. Okay, there's one Archon. This map is like a big ring, and so Bisu's trying to play the runaround game. That's an he Maelstrom like one lurker. Okay, two lurkers and a bunch of lings. But hey, he used the Maelstrom at least. It's better than nothing. It wasn't an epic Maelstrom, but it was a useful Maelstrom. Oh snap! Look at this drop in the main though. Oh, it looks like it's not gonna do much. Now he's gonna morph an Archon. Right within range of the Sunken Colony. Nice. Bisu just mined out his main? So that's kind of interesting that Bisu's only gonna be on 2 bases. If he loses one of those bases, he's gonna be in real big trouble. Actually, is Bisu mined out his main and his natural? If he's only mining on 1 base, that puts him in a really vulnerable position. It looks like he might be taking 6, but it's hard to tell on the minimap. Okay, yeah, he did take 6. Okay. But he's gonna give up anyway. Wait, who gave up? I actually didn't see who GG'd. Was it Gorush? Oh, there's Corsairs now. Yeah, there's the GG. He had Corsairs in the mix also. Who bet on Bisu? You're gonna get paid out now. It's always a good bet. All right. Here, well, we already watched this one though. Bisu versus Jaedong. Bisu versus Songho. We're just getting all Bisu games recommended here. Bisu versus Yellow. Fanny versus Calm might be fun. I don't know, what are you guys in the mood for? Should I just keep picking stuff? I kind of want to watch Fantasy versus Calm, but I actually am kind of in the mood for more PvZ, you know? I don't know, what do you guys think? Bisu versus Yellow would be another PvZ. Let's look at the comments section on this. Oh, you guys can't read it, but it says, is it just me or did Bisu randomly Maelstrom the Overlords? Yep. That's what happened. Hyuk on Battle Royale. Oh, is there a B-net attack? Is that what it was? This is B-net attack anytime. Is that what you mean by Battle Royale? You're talking about... Oh, it was Battle Royale map. I'm just gonna type in Hyuk Battle Royale, see what happens. Hyuk versus Magic on Battle Royale, Hyuk versus Quanro. Another game where T covers all of his tanks with floating buildings. I don't know how to find that, man. All right, well, here's, I'm not sure if this is what you're talking about, but here's Hyuk versus Magic on Battle Royale, so we can watch this one. I feel like this is louder. A louder VOD. Turn down a tad. Just a tad. I don't know how I would find a game where the Terran covers their tanks with buildings. This is, we'll just watch this real quick. You want to watch Fantasy next? Is that what you're saying? A fantasy game? I'm not actually super excited about this because Magic has a bad taste in my mouth, but Magic versus Hyuk might be entertaining actually. Because Magic was a very creative player and Hyuk was like a kind of a weird player sometimes. So, and also his name is Hyuk. Hyuk. The game where he sends his overlords in to absorb hits from mutas and comes out ahead due to it. Oh, you're talking about, I think that was Go Rush versus Yellow. That was an old game, I casted that. UK Sega 16-bit. Hello there, how's it going? It was such a smart move to do that. It was so clutch. Battle Royale, T to Z. This is a Zerg player map by 7-1. Yeah, I think when they did it, it was more intentional by Go Rush. And Yellow like had some overlords there in the battle, but they weren't as involved, and they got pushed away from the battle, and Go Rush kept his overlords in the battle. If I remember correctly, but I casted that like a few months ago, so it's hard to yeah. Cool to get to speak to you. Been watching since 2011. Haven't we spoken before? You've been in this chat before, haven't you? Unless there's another UK Sega person who's been coming to chat and I'm just getting confused. But either way, it's nice to talk to you as well. It's always nice to talk to old fans. Hyuk was pretty Pepega most of the time. He was a bit Pepega, but he was also a pretty good player. Like he was capable of duking it out with the best, you know. When he was playing really well, but he could choke sometimes too, if I remember correctly. But yeah, man, streamers and casters, we're just people. You can talk to us. Welcome back. This is Hyuk versus Magic. I didn't bother writing it because it's a shorter game, but you're Moletrap's agent. That's right. How many people are you the agent for, minions? You're in like every Brood War chat in the world, it seems like. You'll let me know the responses. Yeah, what's on my agenda today, minions? Who do I have meetings with? Magic was the king of pocket strats, true. He was very creative. I used to love him a lot for that reason, actually. But I don't know if this is... When was this from, actually? 2009? Magic was a match fixer, unfortunately. He threw matches for money, so... I always loved him as a player, but I just couldn't keep any respect for him after that happened, you know? But... he's a very good player and very, very creative, and I at least enjoy that aspect of watching his games, you know? You remember Colorado casting his game against Washin and he played like a god? Nice. Look at these Marines microing like crazy behind this spot. Look at that! He actually... Let's watch that again. How many lings was that? It was 2 Marines and 1 SCV and a choke point versus 4 lings. I guess it's not amazing, it's only 4 lings, but he plays this really well though. I mean, he used that little choke point pretty well. The lings got by, but he still used that choke point pretty well with the SCV there. Talent equals criminality. Yes and no. I mean, you had to be talented to get high enough up that people would pay you to throw matches, but most of the players that threw matches were not the best players, right? Flash never did it, Stork, Bisu, like none of those players ever did it. It was only the people that couldn't win Star Leagues on their own, right? Look at these drones, by the way, battling vultures. The vultures are still alive. Jeez, look at the kills. 5 and 1, 6 kills on these almost dead vultures. Jesus, he's gotten so many drone kills. Anyway, Savior, when Savior was a match fixer, he was already kind of washed up, so it's, you know, hard to say like, oh, he was a talented player who threw, you know. Bisu still played with Savior and Uve hated him for it? Oh. I didn't know that. That's interesting. You mean like practice games or something, right? Oh, after the scandal. Wow. That's interesting. Up Magic now has a bunker building and a Wraith heading across the map. There's not even a block! That one Marine... Oh, this SCV that's almost dead. Oh, he brought the Wraiths back, actually. That was pretty well defended, actually. Yeah, Savior wasn't just a match fixer. He actually organized other people to fix matches too. So he was like a ringleader. So he's especially a scumbag. Yeah, that's not enough Hydra. But he didn't really have a choice, you know. Hyuk is like so far behind because he lost so many drones to those vultures that he had to do some kind of an attack to try and just put some pressure back. Yeah, like I said, I didn't want to bother even writing their names. I guess I can, but like, fine. Up Magic versus Hyuk. Lazy. I'm feeling lazy today. There we go. I even got the names in the correct order, as far as left to right on the top. Yeah, this game is gonna be over pretty soon. That's one of the reasons why I didn't bother, is because I saw it was a short VOD, so I was like, eh. Poor Hyuk. Yeah, he died to 2 vultures, it's true. Those 2 vultures murdered him. He even had a sunken colony, but he was fighting the vultures with the drones, and the vultures are like, alright, we'll take that fight. We'll take some free kills. Yeah, man, like I said, I'm warm today. Oh, the sunken was late? I didn't realize that. But yeah, my brain is just mush today. Just not doing great. Got a kind of upsetting text last night. It's nothing like terrible or anything like that, but it was just something that's been stressing me out. So I've been thinking about stuff today. And I woke up too early this morning to go see a apartment that I was thinking about renting. And I'm probably not going to rent it because it's way too small. I couldn't even set up my computer in it, basically. I don't know. I'm going to think about it. But it's a really tiny place. So anyway, so I didn't get enough sleep. And sometimes when I don't get enough sleep, I get headaches. And so I'm like... I even took some drugs earlier and like some Motrin and like... Oh, look at this. Cloaked wraiths killing hydras. Ugh. Yeah, he could have. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that on this map. That if you kill the assimilators, that's right. And this is crazy too, because remember, this is a Zerg favored map. This is a super Zerg favored map. I remember we watched Light. We watched Light versus someone on this map where he actually beat the Zerg, and it was like because the Zerg did something kind of crazy, and like Light just countered him or something like that. Yeah, it was Light versus Zero, if I remember correctly. We watched it on stream like a few months ago. Look at these wraiths though. Move to Texas? I don't think apartments are even that much more affordable in Texas, are they? But yeah, I also don't want to melt. I like trees, man. I've you know, I haven't been too many places in Texas, admittedly. But a few years ago, I went to Austin for DreamHack, and I visited San Antonio also. And yeah, he could have killed those assimilators, but he didn't. I don't know what's going on here. No income tax? That's nice. There's no income tax in Washington either. That's one of the reasons why I want to live in Washington. But I thought Texas was like not that cheap. It's probably cheaper than California, but it's probably not as cheap as like the East Coast. Like there's places that are super cheap in like West Virginia or wherever. Oh man, Hyuk is so sad. He just lost on the Zerg favored map. It's Zerg favored 7-1. He bought a house for 180K, dude. Now when was that though? Was that recently or was that like a while ago? Fantasy versus Stork might be fun to watch. Yeah, see, this is the game, Light versus Zero on Battle Royale. This is the one where Light actually won, even though Zero really should have won it, but he just kind of screwed up. 2 years ago. That's, I mean, it's probably gone up since then. It's probably like worth 250 now or something like that, because housing is so crazy right now. Maybe even more. But 2 years ago wasn't that long ago, so that's pretty good deal, man. That's pretty good. I'm not looking to buy though, I'm looking to rent right now, so it's kind of like yeah, exactly. A house like that is a 1.2 million in Cali. and if it's in like Los Angeles, it's probably like 10 million or something. It's just so stupid. So stupid. There are some places in California where you can still get a house for like under 300, I think, for a decent house, but like, or well, actually the last time I checked was probably a couple years ago also, so maybe not anymore. But yeah, I think I'm not gonna be able to get a house until I win the lottery or something, man. What do we want to watch next? Best versus Firebat Hero. I'm just clicking on around. Or do you want to watch more? Do you want to watch more Hyuk? We could watch Hyuk versus Free. Hyuk versus Fantasy. Where did Hyuk versus Free go? I just saw that a second ago. Free versus Hyuk. What do you guys think? PVZ? ZVT? PVT. First person that says it in chat, I'm going to go with. Unless no one says anything in chat. No one cares that much. All right, so we'll just pick one. Let's watch some more PVZ then. Free versus Hyuk. What is going on here? Why is Bisu bowing on the stage right now? Did he just win something? I feel like we saw those guys earlier in a different game. Oh, he's the MVP for something, for Pro League. Ah. Interesting. But why is this going on before the game? This is weird. I don't understand. Now he gets to stand up here awkwardly with the sign for like forever. There's Queen. This is from 2011. Alright, so here's Hyuk versus Free. This looks like it's kind of a short game too. Put more stress on him during his game. Oh boy. Is that? Who is that? I couldn't tell who that was with the light colored hair. It looked kind of like Oov to me, but I don't think it was Oov. I just heard him say specialist for some reason in the Korean commentators. Hyuk is always short games. Most of the time, not always. Yeah, Hyuk was kind of he had his moments of brilliance, but he was never you know, a spectacular player or anything like that. He did a massive tomb drop and died to 1 DT in his face. Sounds like Hyuk. Brilliant but inconsistent. That describes a few players. Did I see Eon Zerg versus Larva? No, I did not. What was that? What league was that in? 상대방의 드론이 못 나가게끔 막아주는 플레이를 최근에 또 박세정 선수가 보여줬었는데 그런 점에서 좀 부담감이 있기 때문에 저가 드론이 빨리 나갈 거라 생각을 했거든요. The only man sure to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. I remember him saying that. Larva is rude. He was talking down to a foreign player. Interesting. I mean, you can take it with a grain of salt because Korean players often like kind of look down on foreign players. Because foreign players are usually bad compared to Koreans. But usually they don't smack talk like that. Usually they're not actually insulting, so that is pretty rude. Was that Oov? I thought it looked like Oov, but then I was like, he's not wearing the right colored jersey, right? Hold on a second. Let me go back now. So I'm going to get the timestamp. 6:40. Where was that shot of him? Trying to find the thumbnail. I don't know if you guys can see it on stream. I'm scrubbing across the bottom to see if I can find the thumbnail when they showed that face. I can't find it. 그렇습니다. 좀 더 좋은 성적을 낼 수 있다는 그런 생각이 들거든요. 최현성 코치의 였습니다.
네, 말씀을 드리도록 하겠습니다. 네, 그래도 프로토스에게는 만나게 해줬다라는 것, 이것 자체가 이 박지혁 선수에게는 분명히 좋은 부분이고, 그래서 이런 것들을 팀의 코칭 스텝의 신뢰를 얻기 위해서는 이런 경기 잡아줘야 되는 겁니다.
Yeah, I can't find that spot. But it looked like it was someone wearing a Hanbit jersey, which is not Oov's team. So I was just confused. I mean, this is SKT versus Hanbit, but maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm just confused. Yeah, but I thought it looked like Oov also, but then I was like, but he's wearing the wrong jersey. You rooted for Larva in the ASL, but not anymore. He takes it too far. That's too bad, man. I didn't realize that he was like that. Right after the start of the game. All right, let's look one more time. Because they usually show the players right before the start. Yeah, so there's free.
그렇습니다. 웅진 스타즈의 그 여러 주적 멤버들이 최근에 고른 활약을 보여주고 있고요.
I'm like waiting to see if it shows up here.
선수가 좀 더 살아나 준다라면은 예, 좀 더 좋은 성적을 낼 수
Before, when he holds up the MVP sign. I remember this guy shaking around the there it is. Oh, okay. So it is Uv. It's just, oh, he's got the orange. Does he wearing like something else on top of his SKT jersey or something? Or maybe I just don't know what the SKT uniforms look like in 2011. But no, but he's got, that's weird. It does look like Uv, but it must not be Uv, right? Because he's not wearing, like, the SKT jerseys are orange, right? See, like, look at, well, I guess it looks like he's got the orange underneath. Like that, and he's wearing a white shirt on top of it, so I guess that's what's happening. That's what's happening. He's got the orange underneath, and he's got white on. But it's weird, because he's wearing, like, a player jersey. I'm just not sure. Anyway. We'll have to remain one of the mysteries of the world. It's just a jacket, I guess. I don't know. But usually Uv, in the previous years, Uv would dress like a coach, not like a player. He would wear a suit instead of the jersey, you know? The coaches usually wear, you know, normal clothes, and the players wear the jerseys and stuff. Oh, hide. Wait. He got demoted? He's not good enough to get demoted to player. I don't think he actually could play that well. That's why he was the coach. I don't know. I don't know though. Because some of our player coaches, like Stork for a while was a player coach for Samsung Comp, but I think he still wore the jersey because he was on the playing roster as well, but he also functioned as a coach, but he was still playable. So maybe they had to fill him in for a sick player. I don't know. They've got like huge benches. I don't think they would need to do that. But maybe he's better than the B teamers at least, so maybe they wanted him on. Maybe that's why. I don't know. It was this is 2011. Speaking of Go Rush, there's Go Rush, by the way. He's a caster now in this year. But I didn't watch much Pro League in 2011, so I'm not completely sure. Not completely sure what the heck was going on in that year. US Post is better than Canada Post. Waiting 3.5 months for a package from Canada? Jesus. I mean, are you sure it's still on the way? That sounds like it might have just gotten lost. Even from Canada to Russia, it shouldn't take that long. Go Rush making the big bucks. I actually don't know how much the Korean casters got paid. I made okay money. I made pretty, you know, probably I would say good money for Korea. Decent money for America in salary, you know, when I was a caster. But I don't know if I made more or less than the Koreans did. Probably less. Especially someone like Go Rush. You know, Go Rush is a much more valuable asset than me. because he's a former pro, you know. So he probably made pretty good money actually. I'll bet he made good money.
그러니까 뭐 이유가 있으니까 먹힐지 몰라도 좀 많이 뽑기 많이 뽑아서 써먹어야죠.
So you're sure that the package is still on the way though? Because I would be like, at that point I'd be like, the thing got lost, man. It's never getting there. 7 days. It's $1,000 purchase. Jeez. Well, they better not lose it then. Korean casters are excited. I haven't been paying attention, so I'm not sure what about exactly. I think it's just because he's going to surround these zealots. Actually, he's going to fail at surrounding the zealots. Oh, he's going to lose 4 zealots. It's taking him forever, though. Precious stones. Yeah, man. What if they got stolen in the mail or something like that? It was his whole force, but it was only 4 zealots, right? So I don't know. But Hyuk definitely has control right now. Okay, so there we can obviously see. Look at this. See, now you can see there's an SKT member with the orange shirt with the white jacket on top. So I just didn't realize they had the white jackets. So that must have been Uve earlier, I guess. You're gonna wait for another month? Alright. He might get Hydra busted. He's on, well, how many? He's on 5 hatches, right? So he's just doing 5 hatch Hydra, yeah. So losing those zealots is kind of a big deal in that sense. Since he didn't get much kills, he didn't kill many Zerglings or anything like that. But look, yeah, he's not even making. Oh, he's got a Spire too, though. Although I think it's just for Scourge. But I think Free has enough Corsairs at this point. Shouldn't worry too much about Scourge. Free's scared. He's like, oh crap, give me some more cannons. Quick, more cannons. Yeah, his Templar are behind too much. He doesn't have any. He's nowhere near Storm, I think. Oh wait, no, he does have Templar. Oh, one of the Templar popped out outside of the wall. Oh no, he's gotta get it out of there. Free, what are you doing? What is he doing? He's just letting that Templar chill out in front. Oh no. I guess it doesn't matter. He didn't have Storm ready. But if he'd made an Archon instead or something, that wouldn't have mattered. He needed storms. He needed those 2 Psy storms, so he needed to hold back, and I don't know how he would have held off, but yeah, he must have been waiting for Storm to finish researching or something, or I guess for the Templar maybe to get enough energy for a Storm. Free's like, oh yeah, well I've got Corsairs. I'll attack you with my Corsairs. Why is he building another gateway? What is he trying to do? Just get out the game, Free. Get out the game. There's no coming back from this. You can't just build some more gateways right now. Why is he still in the game? There's the GG. Templar is like your grandma. Slow and weak. Wow. What if my grandma's a power lifter? You don't know. Unfortunately, my grandmothers have all passed away. But I mean, Reavers are like a little bit safer because you can get them quicker. But the Templars are what you really want in the mid-late game, right? So if you can rush the Templars and get them early enough, it's, I think, better. You have minerals? Are you redeeming stuff on Twitch or something like that? No, okay. Yeah, oh yeah, he's like, I got minerals, I'll just make some gateways. Might as well. Alright, what else is gonna pop out here? Much versus fantasy? Let's see, what time is it? I've been streaming for 2.5 hours. I'm still gonna probably do, I'm probably not gonna go too late this stream, but I'll do 1 or 2 more games. Grandma is 88 and Grandpa is 89. Nice. Glad they're still around. It's very buff of them to be able to get to that age, you know? Alright, here we go. This is what we want to watch. This is what we want to watch. Zero versus fantasy. Let's go, baby. There they are. Do you see them? They're wearing their invisibility cloaks right now. Okay, I guess I should fast forward to the game. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this walk-in. Oh, man. Look at this. Look at this production. The fade and the blur and the camera focus, and then they walk in with the orange light. Damn. What an intro. Yeah, I like Much. I'm a fan of Much. If there had been a 7th dragon, I think Much would have been the 7th one, you know? He was like right below the 6 big Protoss players. Who discovered the ancient the number 0? I believe it was some Muslim civilization, right? Or Egypt or something like that. It was somewhere in there, I think. It was because I remember it was an Arabic concept. So it was like, I think it was Africa. Babylonians? I don't know. Well, I mean, there's like, I don't know if you can discover the number 0, but like, yeah, I see what you're saying, but I didn't know it was the Babylonians. I thought it was later than that. I didn't know the Babylonians were the first to do that. It's kind of interesting. Oh, so they didn't signify it. So it must have been that, like, coming up with the character for 0, like writing it as a number might have been later on down the line is what I'm thinking of. 수능 성적 발표는 고3도 웃게 한다. 이겨주세요. 야, 이분 정말 열정적인 분이고 이 스포츠 사랑해 주신 분이에요. There's a 0 fan. AKA Queen. 2-time ASL champion. I think I have my plans settled for this evening after the stream. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a nap. Second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to wake up probably around time to eat dinner. And then I'm probably just going to play games all evening because it's like just been a rough, kind of a rough day. Sometimes you just got to zone out and play games. Not that I haven't been playing a lot of games lately anyway, but it's like I think I need an evening of game playing. I got to do some work tomorrow though. I have some video editing I need to do tomorrow. Imagine if he called himself King. Who, 0? Oh, that's kind of cute by Fantasy to build like half a depot there just to make sure there's a block so you can't get in. He's not going to complete it though. And he may complete it later. Oh, and you know what I'm going to do after I play some games? I'm going to eat some ice cream. I have some chocolate coconut ice cream. And when I say coconut ice cream, I don't mean it's coconut flavored. I mean it's coconut milk based instead of cow milk based. So it's a little bit healthier.
그대로 말대로 되고 있습니다.
It's still ice cream,
있어요.
so it's still not
자, 올려주고.
healthy, but it's like a little bit better.
앞마당이 없어요. 앞마당이 없는 상태에서 엠베입니다. 이건 그냥 메카닉인데 보면은
네, 빼면 무조건 지금 마린도 안 나오고 머린도 안 나오고 있기 때문에 이거 딱 속기 십상이거든요. 근데
Yeah, and it's actually I found this good brand. I usually am not as big of a fan of coconut ice cream as I have from like cashew ice cream or almond milk ice cream or something like that. But this is a pretty good brand. It's called something about robots, strong robot brand or something like that. Look at this. How did the SCV squeeze through there to its death? What happened there? Oh, the SCV was already on the outside. Okay, I didn't realize the SCV was chilling on the outside. Okay. Okay, that makes sense then. He's kind of just wasting his lings here. I'm not sure if this is a good expenditure of his lings, but I guess he didn't lose a lot. He only lost one ling.
예, 엄마리를 먼저 돌리고 진짜 패스트 엄마리거든요.
공일업을
엄청나게 빨리 해가지고 나중에 공일업이 됐을 때 뭔가
He's costing repairman. I guess, you know, if he loses 1 or 2 lings, but he costs him more than 50 minerals worth of repairs, he's actually going out to build a command center on the low ground? He's crazy. He's crazy. He's insane.
자, 이 방어 콜로니 지금 올려놓고 있고요.
네, 불안한 건 분명히 마린 숫자가 아직 많지 않다는 겁니다. 네, 김명훈 선수가 바로
Right now, there's 300 people watching Starcraft on Twitch.
잘 버텨내야 되겠어요.
그렇죠. 뭐 아직까지 경기 승패가 갈라진 상황이
Someone asked earlier. I don't know if they're still here or not. Someone asked earlier if there was going to be a resurgence in Starcraft. I think they left already, and I think the fact that there's 300 people watching it right now means that there's not going to be a resurgence in Starcraft. Now, if you ask Diggity or Artosis or a lot of other people, they're going to disagree. So, yeah, I could be wrong.
뮤탈 잡기 딱 좋은 빌드.
정명훈 선수가 위기 완전히 넘길 수 있는 거예요.
뮤탈 날아오는 순간 공일업 땐 머린 다 죽어나가요.
Yeah, Zero was probably droning up.
그렇죠. 원래 이제
Yeah, when Artosis streams, he gets you know 2,000 viewers or whatever, and if Tasteless streams, he gets 500 to 1,000 viewers. So both of them, people are watching them more than they're watching Starcraft, if that makes sense, right? So those viewers are not Starcraft viewers, they're Tastosis viewers. So normally on Twitch, there's not a lot of people watching. So I guess it all depends. There's some other players that get a couple hundred viewers sometimes. But usually, and actually I'm looking right now at Twitch, and like other than me, there's Team Think Quick is doing something right now, and there's a Korean guy that has 100 viewers, and that's pretty much it. So anyway, a lot of people stopped watching Starcraft because Starcraft 2. Yeah, I did. I stopped following Brood War almost entirely when I switched to Starcraft 2, and then I stopped watching Starcraft 2 when I switched to League of Legends. They watch him for the salt. Yeah, he's a salt miner for sure. What does Fantasy have right now? Okay, he does have some Metabrains. I'm not... Does he have turrets up? Spire's gonna be popping pretty soon here. Look at those bait marines in front. Ooh. Fantasy might be thinking Hydra Bust? Maybe. Hydra Bust would be insane though. I don't know if Zero would do something like that. I think this is going to be a long game. He's forcing Sunkens, but the mutas are on the way. I don't think this is actually going to accomplish enough. Yeah, he forces the 3 Sunkens. Now he's going to turn around. Now he has to go home before the mutas arrive, basically. Otherwise... oh, are these Firebats going to be able to... Yeah, they're going to be able to get some kills, maybe. What are those Marines doing? So this is pretty clutch timing for both of them, actually. Look at Fantasy's just barely gonna have turrets up in time. His Marines are barely gonna be back home in time. I like loading the fire bats into the bunker. That's kind of a cool move.
해처를 어디다 피느냐예요. 야, 가 있어요, 미리 SCV가. 네. 미리 가 있고 조금 여기서 병력의 양이 부족해서 아직 안 나오는 건데 조금 더 양이 모이게 되면은 지금 사실 저거는 뮤탄스.
Okay, here comes the harassment now. And this is why he kind of needed to fall back, because otherwise the mutas would just harass his units all the way to until there were none of them.
조금 늦어졌고 상대가 알았습니다. 자, 이 뮤탈리스크로 좀 이득을 봐야 되는 상황.
예. 공간이 없어 보입니다. 이쪽 벙커에.
He crippled him? Who do you mean? Who got crippled?
이게 시간 끌리면 방위력까지 되거든요.
Neither player has lost a lot, I don't think. Ooh, that's a fast queen's nest.
올리는 것까지 스캔으로 확인하고 있는 정명훈 선수.
문제는 쓰리가스를 약간 좀 늦게 먹은 상태인데 쓰리가스를 먹고 저기다 이제 쓰리가스 지역에다가 드론 붙이고 뭐 이렇게 가스통 짓고 이러는 동안에 테라는 한 방이 나오거나 머린이 한 부대 반이 나오거나 둘 중에 하나가 나옵니다 지금.
Yeah, Zero is gonna micro his Mutalisk like crazy and pick off Marines enough that he's gonna be able to hold on long enough to get the lurkers out. Because Fantasy doesn't have quite enough to just like go kill him, I don't think. Hey, Hypertelaz or something? I'm drinking these drinks. They're called Protein. I don't know if it's gonna blur it or not. It's called Protein 2.0. It's like Gatorade with protein in it, basically. It's like if you added protein powder to Gatorade. So it's like a Gatorade type drink, but it has actually a lot of protein in it. So, but they're pretty good. They're relatively low calories. Actually, it's not even like Gatorade. Gatorade has more sugar. This has no added sugar in it. So it's actually a little bit better than Gatorade. Gatorade is basically like a soda, actually. But point being, it's electrolytes and protein drink. It tastes okay. It doesn't taste great, but. Yeah. Sure, even asked this question before. What's your favorite race, and who's your favorite pro to spectate? We're watching him right now. Zero. Zero is my favorite pro. Because I like him because he's really smart, he's really good, but he's also really creative. He does really interesting things that you wouldn't expect sometimes. So that's kind of why I like him. Also, he's been I like reading for underdogs, so I ended up becoming a Stork fan. Stork was like my first love because he was the underdog in the first MSL that I watched, really. And Zero has become kind of an underdog too at different times. So that's a nice scan. People clapping just for that scan. Is Gatorade made out of real gators? No, I don't. No, they synthesize gators in a lab for Gatorade. Don't worry, no gators are harmed in the making of Gatorade. Yeah, Starcraft 2 is a different game. It's a different game. Space food? Kinda, yeah. These tanks are something to worry about. If he can pick off those tanks... Oh, does he have a radiate? No, I don't think he has a radiate yet. But he's scared of it anyways. He doesn't know he doesn't have a radiate. He's delaying. Does he almost have Hive? I mean, Defilers? Oh, he's going for the tanks. He got one of the tanks. If he gets the other tank, it's over. This push is over. Oh, he can't get the other tank, though. The Marines are right on to... Oh, he put the Lurkers... He put the Lurkers in a spot where they were close enough to just barely hit the Marines and force the Marines back just enough that he could pick off the tank with the Mutalisks. And now the Lurkers make him immune to the Medic Marine bust. How freaking good is Zero? Amazing. And now he has a Hive. There's no medics at the bottom left, by the way. The Korean casters are talking about that. Yeah, and look, there's probably more than one lurker on that ramp. Oh, there's deadlings. There he goes. Oh, is he gonna run that one? Where's that Defiler going? Defiler, you just consumed 2 lings. You have energy. At least put down a swarm. Oh, he was focused on this part, but still, that's crazy. What's my favorite race? I would say Zerg, I guess also. I guess I kind of like, I don't know if I have a favorite race actually. Zero is definitely my favorite player, but I don't know if I have a favorite race to watch. You know, I play more Zerg than I do the others, but I usually play random, so I'll play anything. Nom nom nom. SCV Feast. Oh, he's got Firebats. Nice. A good spread, too. Look at the Firebats. The triangulation of Firebats there. Oh, man. If he positioned his Firebats a little bit better with the medics on the ramp, he could have held, like, infinite Zerglings. Zerg is very pretty, yeah. Yeah, so I think maybe I like Zerg a little bit better in that sense, but, like... in terms of watching games, I might like Protoss the best, actually. I feel like I like watching Protoss games more than anything else, but I don't know. Hey, how's it going, Sony? How are we doing this weekend? It's freaking hot, man. I don't know if it's hot up where you are yet, but down here in southern Washington, it's over 100 for the next 3 days. It's not okay. It's 108 up there too. That's what I'm talking about. It's like insane. You love it? Why? Because it's different. I've been living in California for the last, well, actually most of my life, and like I'm sick of hot weather. I came up to Washington to get away from the hot weather. That's right. It's Sony PlayStation. Hey, Tasty One or Tastel? You like for Gigi and Jongbi? Cool, you like Zero. He stood out to me along with Effort and Jelizerg. Yeah, Jelizerg is pretty cool too. I'm not as big of a fan of Jelizerg just because Jelizerg wasn't playing as much in the years that I was casting and really focusing on Starcraft. So I just didn't really catch on to him that much, but as I've watched more games recently from 2004 and 2005, I've really become a Jelizerg fan. I actually really do enjoy Jelizerg now. Effort's cool too. I've never I appreciate him as a good player. I never became a fan of him though, but you know, you don't always just become fans of the best players. You just, sometimes there's random stuff what makes you like enjoy certain players more. See, that Defiler was like, alright, I'm gonna die, but I'm gonna at least get a swarm off. Why did he just swarm the same spot? I've been in 100 to 100% humidity in Florida. Yeah, I experienced that as well when I visited Orlando several years ago. I actually don't mind the humidity that much. You know, it felt a little slimy, but I didn't really care. Oh, basic in San Antonio. Oof. Minions is trying to get me to move to Texas. Oh, look at all that stuff streaming out of the Nidus. That was pretty clutch. Hey, Blackhand, how's it going? To answer both of you about how it's going, it's like a very meh day, you know? Just kind of hanging in there, you know, I'm tired, a little bit of a headache, a little bit too warm, a little bit stressed out with house hunting stuff, a little bit stressed out with some personal crap. You know, I got a text last night that was kind of like, wasn't like terrible, but it was just like kind of unpleasant to get, just something not going well with a friend of mine, and like just a bunch of random kind of mess stuff going on, so I'm just hanging in there basically, if I'm being honest. Okay, suicidal science vessel. Although, you know, if you can get one defiler irradiated with your science vessel before it dies, at least it's like mostly worth it.
네.
Oh snap! He knows this is coming, but can he prepare for it enough before it does? Oh, where's the swarm? He needs the swarm. Where's the swarm? He needs the dark swarm. If a defiler doesn't pop out of there right now, he is boned. Nidus is gone. GG. GG. He's gonna lose this base. He's gonna lose both those bases. Wait, was the Overlord a fake drop? Or did he just get caught? I think he just got caught and he knew the Overlords would die before they dropped. Oh man. At least you don't deal with women. I mean, technically this was a woman that I'm talking about having received a text from. Yeah, this game was very even. I feel like Fantasy was... I think Zero was ahead until 30 seconds ago, and Fantasy just like... He held off the drop, he killed the bottom left, and it's like, kind of like, oof. Those two things. Did he just... What is he doing? He just ate both Overlords with his Defiler, and then he's just like, oh, now I got a bunch of energy, what am I gonna do with it? Oh, now he could Dark Swarm that one... There he goes, he's gonna Dark Swarm the Ultralisk. 400 IQ, that's right. He's been plaguing for a while actually. I don't know if I haven't mentioned it, but he's been doing some plagues for a while. He didn't just get it or anything. He just hasn't been using it much for some reason. Yeah, I don't know, man. Uh-oh, we're getting some floating buildings. Yeah, you're right. He should have plagued that whole force. That's a really good point. That was a beautiful plague spot. But he didn't have any defilers down there for some reason. Oh man. Oh, that's a nice plague. He got every single vessel plagued. And now I'll bet those vessels are going to stay alive the whole rest of the game with no hit points. Oh wait, there's a Muta! There's a Muta! Oh, it's running right over the Marines though. No. That Muta had the right idea, but just couldn't quite get there. I mean, he's probably, you know, Zero's managing 20 different places on the map right now, so he probably just saw the Muta at his spawn, right-clicked the science vessel, and then moved on and tried to do something else. He's like, you know, it's not worth his time to control that one Muta to try and micro it like crazy to catch the vessels, you know? Ooh, see, there's a nice plague. I never thought about irradiated ultras do a lot of area damage to Marines when they're attacking, but if the Marines are also plagued, that's so deadly. You did UMSs? Nothing wrong with that, man. UMSs are fun. I played a lot of multiplayer StarCraft early on, but over the last 15 years, I've mostly played BGH comp games. 95% of the games I've played at least have been like 2v6 comps on BGH, or 1v7 comps on BGH, or 3v5 comps, or something like that. Maybe a couple UMSs here and there, like Starcraft Risk or something. Well, Zero's trying to stay in this game. He's nailing some massive plagues. Normandy Invasion UMS? I have not heard of that one. Best 2 hours of your life? Holy crap. Why does it take 2 hours to play? How can it possibly... That's insane.
체제로 갖춰놓고 테란이
I might have to look that one up. That sounds epic.
나왔을 때 드랍까지 병행해서 같이 드랍
You'd have to play it to see. Okay.
문자가 지상으로 달려가면 100% 죽어요.
네, 디팔로 무조건 플레이고 뿌리고
네.
한번 김명훈 선수가
Are those vessels still all like the almost dead ones?
상대 병력 숫자를 좀 많이 줄여야 됩니다. 지금 패스 복구하고 다시 나오는 거예요.
You relive World War II from Normandy on.
밀어버리는 탱크 라인
Oh, okay. Some Scourge are good.
한 차례 크게 해줘야 됩니다.
네, 아 근데 배슬이 하나도 안 배슬이 별로 안 잡혔어요.
Could have been better, but he got a couple vessels. But right now, I feel like Zero's not making enough hive tech units to make up for all the irradiates that are going on, right? I can see he only has like 5 vessels left.
자, 이거는 이제 메디안 붙었어요. 메디안 붙었어요.
꼼꼼하게 해야 됩니다, 김명훈 선수.
Now Normandy Invasion UMS, is that a multiplayer thing, or is it a scenario thing where you're playing against like a computer scenario?
디파일러 와야 돼요. 디파일러 배슬 떨구는 것도 지금 문제가 아니라 탱크가 지금은 여기 사이
He's just not making enough units, yeah.
뛰어가지고 실드 모드 되는 게 진짜
Alright, there's a Defiler. Oh, he went with the Swarm. There's one Ling under Dark Swarm.
다크성 한 방의 의미가 없어요.
Killed by tanks. Oh,
그냥 아래쪽 다 무너집니다.
it's gonna lose that location again. Yeah, even if he... Yeah, oh my gosh. That's just nasty.
힘을 확실하게 정명훈
It's a multiplayer scenario. Okay.
선수가 뭔가 새로운 국면을 맞이하기 직전에
Yeah, I mean, that's what Zerg often does. Oh, snap, though. Here's all the stuff. Does he have a Nidus in that upper part? He swarmed everything, though. Oh, man. But he just doesn't have enough. There's so many tanks and stuff. Those are absolutely beautiful. He swarmed the ramp. He swarmed the spot next to the ramp. He swarmed on the tanks. It was a beautiful setup. He just didn't quite have enough stuff underneath it.
김명훈 선수 못하는 거거든요. 그런 정명훈 선수가 너무나 다이렉트하게 한 방에 들어와 버렸습니다.
And yeah, and if he'd gotten like a plague on the tanks too,
못하는데요, 근데
if he'd gotten a plague on the tanks and then a swarm,
다크선 밑에서
he's just not quite having enough stuff, you know? Look at this ultra eraser.
패스 다 잡아야죠. 패스 다 잡아야 돼요.
이거 지금 7시 정도 탱크 웨이브 하고
He
앉아
raided like 3 vessels there.
와, 다 죽어요.
자,
지금
여기.
짓고 있는 거 보고 있을 수밖에 없습니다.
그리고 패스를 하나.
Well, he just killed most of the vessels, but
이쪽 지역은 내
there's so many tanks, and then I don't know. I don't see how Zero can come back from this.
태워서 테란의 주요 확장
And you can see on the top, this is an ace match too, by the way. It's 3-3
예, 저그가 그 섬을 바탕으로 끈질긴 지구력을 보여주면서
between SKT and Wunjin.
배틀 나오네요.
벨트까지
나가라 이거죠 나가라고.
패스 준비하고 있습니다. 그래도 지금 3시에 확장 기지.
Let's see. Zero's taking the 3 o'clock base, and it immediately gets dropped by some Marines. Yeah, he's making vessels off of 3 or 4 starports. Was it even 4?
직전 12연승. 아 그리고 파이어맨만 그냥 자신이 하고 싶은 대로 지금 해도 되는 겁니다. 자원줄 이상 없죠. 상대방의 주요 지상 확장 기지 다 밀었죠. 섬 쪽 하나 지금 밀었죠. 믿을 거는 지금 섬 확장 하나 안마랑 그 자원 조금 남은 거 하나 이건데. 이거는 뭐 정명훈 선수가 너무나도 압도적인 플레이를 보여주네요.
여기 3시가 지금 마지막 희망이었는데.
야, 선번
UMS was addictive. We used to play. I played a lot in the old days of this UMS called Heroes, I think.
어떻게 하라는 겁니까? 없애버리는 거예요.
Yeah, this game has been kind of over for a while, right?
배틀이 활성화되기 직전에 이
But you know, it's the ace match. You can't give up in the ace match until the absolute end. You know, you gotta see if your opponent screws up. You never know when you're gonna get
울트라거든요. 울트라.
a giant plague because Fantasy's out of position and kill all of his tanks. You know.
한꺼번에 다 잡았습니다만 선벌틱 끊기면 아무것도 아니에요.
뭔가를 잃어버리면 하나씩을 얻어가는
Yeah, Heroes was like an RPG style thing where you had like one unit that was like your hero unit and you battled against NPC
안 된다라는 이런 생각.
enemies and stuff. There's the GG. Aw, poor Zero. Poor guy. Someone has to lose though. But Heroes was multiplayer, so you could have multiple people playing a hero, and different ones had different stuff or whatever. So you could play together and help each other out in your like battling of the enemy NPC units or whatever, you know. So It was a fun one. We like playing a lot of heroes. All right. You know what? Like I said, I'm just not feeling great today. I think I'm gonna call this stream a little bit earlier. I usually stream for at least 3 hours, but usually go like 3.5. I've been streaming a little over 3 hours now. I think I'm gonna call it there though, because I'm just so tired. But I appreciate you guys hanging out, and welcome to folks that I haven't seen before. We do this every Saturday afternoon and every Wednesday evening. So if you follow my YouTube, I usually set a scheduled live stream for that. Or if you're following me on Twitch, you know, you can find out when I go live if you're interested. But it's always Saturday afternoon, Wednesday evening. So I think I have the schedule written down somewhere, but I'm not sure where, honestly. So, but anyway, thanks for joining me, everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and let's go ahead and raid. Who do we want to raid? Let's raid. What is Team Think Quick doing right now? Map contest tour. I can't tell. Okay, it looks like they've got some good players playing in the Think Quick tournament. So let's go ahead and raid them. Think Quick's hangs out here sometimes as well. Team Think Quick TV. There we go. So if you want to watch some more Starcraft tournament action, you can go watch him. Or obviously you can go do something else if you want to. But thank y'all for joining me, and I hope you all get to stay cool. Oh, look at Zero. Poor guy. Don't worry, you'll win the ASL a couple times in 10 years. Anyway, alright, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna head out then. Go take my nap. But peace out, everybody. Thanks for joining me, and stay safe. Stay cool. Have a good one.